All right. Hi, everybody. Hi, everyone. Welcome to the second stream for ToonQuest. Here we are with the ToonQuest Kickstarter. We're so thrilled with the progress of the campaign thus far. Just so we know, let's take a look at where ToonQuest is at right now. So right now we're at $231,700 raised.
Wow.
So we're very close to being 100% funded for the initial goal. And and we're doing really well. We've been unlocking cast interview videos. Another cast interview is going to unlock quite soon when we reach 235,000. And today on this stream, the Delving Deeper into the World of ToonQuest stream, I think we are going to be also playing some song demos. So we're going to unlock those song demos as we go as well. But first, let's introduce everybody that's on the stream. I'm Nick Lang. I'm going to be the director of ToonQuest. Matt?
Hi, I'm Matt Lang. I'm one of the writers of ToonQuest.
Awesome. Eric?
Hey, I'm Eric. I'm also one of the writers of ToonQuest.
Excellent. Kurt?
Hey, I'm Kurt Mega. I'm playing Luke and Lucian in ToonQuest.
Awesome. And today we got Corey Doris. Corey, how are you doing?
Hey, I'm a cast member and I'm playing Ben.
Nice. Very good. And Corey's coming to us live from London, England.
Yes.
How's it going over there, Corey?
It's good. It's 8:00.
Okay.
And it's good weather, but it's not LA weather, okay? It's not that sunny LA weather. But they got a little sun over here. It's nice. It's nice.
That's so awesome. Well, thank you for being on the stream, Corey. I know that you're all very busy over there, so it's really great to have you on here. Okay, Kim.
Hi, I'm Kim Whalen. I'm a part of the cast. I play Melanie, aka Melanor True Steel in the game.
Excellent. And then we got Clark.
Hey, I'm Clark. I wrote the songs for ToonQuest and lyrics with Eric. Happy to be here.
Excellent. It's we're so excited to have everybody here. And more people will be joining us throughout the stream, but this is kind of who we've got to start things off, to kick things off. We're already at now 232,000. So only a little less than $3,000 to go until we unlock the first song demo, and also unlock the next cast interview video. But how we're going to do those cast interviews is we're going to just unlock them here. We'll say what they are, and then we'll have them go public on YouTube as soon as the stream is over, because we're all watching this stream right now. We don't need to click over and watch another video. You can go and watch that video as soon as this one's done. So here we are. How's everybody's week going?
Pretty good.
It's been busy.
It's been very, very busy.
Corey,
Yeah.
have you had crazy jet lag? Like, how's it been being in rehearsals this week?
Okay, the cast has been fine because we did an overnight and we got in, and the next day was rehearsals, and we didn't have to get to rehearsal till like 2 p.m. So that was nice. But like the creative team had to rehearse at 9 a.m. So they were struggling. It was like Lauren and James and Juliet. Yeah. So
That's like what 1 a.m. our time. So.
Yeah. Yep. Exactly. Yeah.
Oh.
The rest of us have been like, over time, we've been slowly being able to get our body clocks on track, which has been nice.
So for those of you that don't know, that might be watching this stream and don't know, we're fundraising for ToonQuest, our next musical that we're going to be doing this summer, the next Starkid musical. But at the same time, we got a team over in London doing a production of The Guy Who Didn't Like Musicals. So Corey, you're over there with that production, and it's going well so far?
Yeah, it's going well. Rehearsals are going well. We did the bulk of the work in the 2 weeks in LA, and then out here it's been more so understudies and getting them acquainted with the show. And then just adding, props and costumes and things. But we've done it this is the third month now, so
Oh,
it feels routine at this point, which is nice. So.
that's great. When do you guys open?
The 14th, next Thursday, or this upcoming Thursday.
This upcoming Thursday.
Yeah, we're not getting
Wow.
there until Tuesday because there's another show in there that's moving out, and then they're gonna load in Monday, and then we get in there Tuesday. So rehearsal Tuesday, rehearsal Wednesday, and then Thursday we open. So
Awesome. That's so exciting. If you're in the chat and you're going to go see that production of The Guy Who Didn't Like Musicals, drop a little comment. Drop a little comment in there.
Also, before we forget, should we set the goal that we're trying to reach for playing the first song demo that we have?
Yeah, I think our goal that we're going to try and reach for the first song demo, I thought it would be 235. So that's going to be our first goal for the first song demo that we're going to unlock. $235,000. Right now we're at 232,415. So we're pretty close to that first unlocking that first song demo, and it's jumping up a little bit more. It just went up to 232,731. So it's pretty close. Yes, we're seeing a lot of people in the chat that are going to go see that Guy Who Didn't Like Musicals in London. So they're going to be seeing.
You know what they have to do, right? During the pre-show, everyone needs to start a chant going Tomb Quest.
There you go.
Quest. Like before the show starts. Don't do
Yeah.
it during the show. But
Yeah, if you're watching,
15 minutes before the show, as you're all mingling, just and you have to pound the seats and hit the
yeah,
get a
go
real
for it.
Urukai moment. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Absolutely. Okay, so we've also got somebody else joining us for the stream. Let's add him to the stage. Here we go. AJ. Hello,
everybody.
AJ.
How's it going?
Hello.
Really
your
good.
hair's shorter.
It is haircut.
Nice.
Looks great.
Thank
Love
you.
it.
Looks very good. So AJ, who are you and what are you doing on Tomb Quest?
Who am I? That's a deeper question than we have. I am AJ, and I am playing Gary in Tomb Quest, who is the dungeon master DM of the whole experience. So I am playing all the NPCs and the villains, and I'm coaxing my friends to continue playing this game and to not leave the table,
Yeah.
That's right.
Excellent.
despite Lauren's objections.
Yes. So we're gonna be talking about the show. We're gonna be kind of delving a little bit deeper into who all these characters are, what the show's about, and we're going to be hearing some of the songs from the show. So listening to the music. So that's going to be really exciting. We're not going to play all the songs because we don't want to spoil the show or anything like that. But we've got little selections from a selection of songs. So about like 2 minutes of songs per song going in here. But really quick, Matt, Eric, why don't you two describe to us what is Tomb Quest? What is it all about?
Let me take it.
Okay, it's a story of an old gaming group coming back together on the night of their friend's funeral to finish a game that they did not complete in high school. So they are finishing this big story that they all loved and were super passionate about, and then just kind of life took them all in different directions. So they're coming back. They're all getting back together on the night of Ben's funeral to finish the game. It also just so happens it's going to turn into the most important night of everybody's lives, in which all of the problems that they've been dealing with for years are all going to be solved in this one night where they're all together. And John Madison has been doing an FAQ for the show, and he's been sending me questions about that I've been sort of answering. And one of the questions that he asked me was, how would you describe the tone of Tomb Quest? Is it dark? And the answer is no, It's the furthest thing from dark. It's not dark at all. I know that there's a funeral and that Ben is dead, but it is really not sad. He lived longer than the doctors ever thought he would. He had a nice full life. He basically writes a note to everybody that says, "Don't worry that I'm dead. Have fun, everybody." He's totally okay being dead. The show is very happy. The show is very feel good. It is definitely a departure from the shows we've done for the past few years. We were very interested in making a comfort show. We were very interested in capturing the feel of a really fun night with a group of friends.
Yes.
Yeah, they're not mourning Ben. There's no real
They're celebrating Ben.
It's really a celebration. Yeah, that's a great way.
It's like Ben's funeral is not happening like right after he died. There's been some time for them to mourn. They've mourned all they're gonna mourn, and they're getting together to celebrate him. This is what he wanted. He wanted them to finish the game.
Yeah, this was you were telling me about this, Matt, yesterday, where you were like, Ben knows he's had the best life, and as he goes, I know that my friends need to finish that game. And he goes, my parting gift to them is getting them all to play the game one more time. So
yes, he's looking. He when he's a kid, he's got this diagnosis hanging over his head. He doesn't think he's got very long to live, so he kind of thinks that everybody's going to go on to have this amazing life, and he's maybe a little bit jealous of them. But then he goes on to have this amazing life, lives way longer than he ever expected, ends life very fulfilled, but looks at all his friends that are having money trouble, they're having job trouble, their marriages are falling apart, and he's like, wow, I did pretty well. They're all having a really hard time. And so he has this intuition that they can all help each other out, and he wants to get the group back together, and he has this intuition that finishing the quest is important, that there's something they're meant to do.
Yes, he knows it. Absolutely. So first off, a few things. Will Branner from Nerdy Prudes Must Die, who played Professor Higgins in last year's production. He's in the chat right now. He's backstage at The Great Gatsby, and he's in the chat. Hello, Will. It's good to have you here. Absolutely. So we're going to be playing the first song from the opening number from Tomb Quest. We're going to be playing a portion of it as soon as the campaign, as we hit $235,000. Right now, we're almost at $233,000. So who's going to put us over the edge? To get us there, let's kind of very quickly run through the rewards for this campaign. Okay, so here we've got the Kickstarter page open. You can read all about the show. You can read about where we're going to be doing the show. You can read about the cast and the crew and everything. We're going to be updating this section of the page as things are unlocked and as things progress. So right now, as soon as we unlock the first song demo, it's also going to unlock the next cast interview video, which will tell you a little bit about that character. And then we've got, everybody in here and some pictures of the rewards and things like that. But to run through these reward sections really quick. So for $5, you get your name in the credits of the YouTube version of the show. For $20, you get the name in the credits plus a behind-the-scenes feature that we're going to be making about the making of Tomb Quest. For $50, you get the behind-the-scenes, you get your name in the credits, and you get the demo album. So all of the demo tracks, you're going to hear portions of those demo tracks today. So you'll get that whole album, including some songs that aren't going to make it in the final show. Then for $75, you get all of that plus early access to ticket sales. Then for $100, you get everything mentioned above, plus a poster with amazing artwork by Nicole Rodriguez, the Tomb Quest poster. Then for $150, you get everything that we've just mentioned, plus the sticker set for Tomb Quest. This has some of the characters on here. Again, artwork by Nicole Rodriguez. Then for $200, you get all of that plus the sweatshirt, the really comfy, cozy, really cool Tomb Quest sweatshirt with a picture of Terrazon and some of the monsters and everything. Artwork by Jen Lang. Then for $300, you get all of that plus Terrazon figure, a little figurine that we're having made by a company called U2's, and this is the only way that you can get this Terrazon figurine. Then for $600, you get all of that plus a pair of tickets to the show, so the VIP tickets. Then for $800, you get this one is there's none left. This is all sold out.
Yeah, all the premium prizes are sold out.
All the premium prizes are sold out. So there you go. So you can get you can go up to getting these VIP tickets. It looks like there are 200 of those VIP packages left. So you will get a pair of tickets to the show. And we'll organize when you come to see the show, and you'll get all the tiers below that. So that is what you can get. And you know, we'll so if you want to give to the campaign, you can go check it out. We're at $233,000, just over it right now, so we're a little less than $2,000 away. So if you want to get on there and raise your pledge a little bit, or if you want to help us get to this first unlockable song demo and a cast reveal video, now's the time. So okay, so how's so we've got we've been talking a little bit about Ben, the character of Ben. So we've kind of revealed basically who everybody else is in the cast. So by process of elimination, you can kind of figure out Corey Doris is playing Ben. Corey, how are you feeling?
Was I supposed to reveal that earlier? Is that no? Okay.
No, it's all okay. That's what this stream is all about. Learning more about the show.
All right.
So Corey, what are you most excited for about playing Ben in the show?
Oh man. I mean, you know, Ben's got a nice song in the beginning that I'm really loving. But I've already
talked about your grand entrance in your interview.
Yes, flying.
Yes. There is yes, I have a nice grand entrance that I'm really excited to do. You know, as an actor, that's all you really want is just like, you know, some grand entrance. You dream about those things, you know. So
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
Talk ideas. You know, maybe I can like come in off of like from the ceiling or something. That'd be really cool.
Yeah, if you raise enough money, we'll lower you in.
Right.
You know,
Yeah.
we have been working on this on the set designs as well. I've been talking to our set designer, and we were talking about where are we gonna, because there's the whole show takes place in a basement, in the basement that they're playing this game. If you grew up in an area that has basements, it's like I spent my whole childhood in basements hanging out with people like Eric. We used to hang out in your basement. We used to hang out in our friend John's basement all the time.
Joey's basement. Yes, many friends.
Many basements. So this is like a very, I don't know.
Which we don't have basements in Los Angeles. That's what's so weird. Like that's such a function of Midwest and East Coast and LA. We just like they don't exist really.
Yeah. Or in Texas, where I'm from, which is weird.
Yeah.
We should have
Where do kids go? Where do they go?
What do kids
do?
Yeah, but a basement is a great place to hang out because it's separated from the rest of the house. It's in the Midwest. The parents just let the kids go in the basement and do whatever they want.
Anything goes.
When I was a kid, my grandma had this really nice house that she didn't want us kids to mess up. So she sent us all into the basement during holidays, which they did nothing with. They let their dog poop down there. It was a concrete floor, bare steel beams that we would bang our heads into intentionally.
Wow.
It's a kid zone, basically.
It is a kid zone. So, Matt, you're currently in your basement, which is all decked out as to be like the gaming play zone.
Yeah. I tried to recreate a kid zone. I tried to make it. I tried to just fill it with all the most comforting stuff. And my nieces and nephews love it. It is a place that kids love. Their eyes get huge, and they're so overcome with wanting to grab and break everything. Maybe I can show you around. Let me see if I can do that.
Yeah,
It's a museum.
Because I kind of imagine Tomb Quest taking place in this
Matt's
basement.
Oh wow.
Oh yeah. Let's see.
But just
How
to
do I
really
do this?
quickly finish the thought, there was this idea of where are we going to put the staircase down into the basement, and our set designer is very insistent, wants it to be center stage because there's some moments with Corey, you in particular, that our set designer was like, we want to have that Hello Dolly moment where Ben comes in from the center down the staircase.
Oh, it's so cool.
Very fun.
Jerry Herman staircase.
God, you get to be Dolly, Corey. I'm so jealous.
You're the Dolly of the show. Yeah.
Matt,
Okay, let's see this basement.
Okay.
Also, we're less than $500 away from the goal.
Yeah, those are one-up arcade games.
Mortal Kombat. I love
Yeah.
Mortal Kombat.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, they're
I think I'm
all-
slightly better at Street Fighter than Mortal Kombat.
Oh yeah,
They're
I remember Street Fighter.
yes. Mortal Kombat is so insanely difficult.
It is.
These were really cruel things to let kids play because they are very difficult. This is my Warhammer collection.
Look at that.
So
that Matt paints.
So these are
that's incredible.
This was my army from last year that won. There's my this is really hard to figure out. There are my Dark Angels in there. There's my can you see my Chaos Demons, or are you just picking up the reflection?
No,
Yeah,
we're
we-
seeing.
No, we can see
In
him.
a little
Okay,
bit.
there's my
Yeah.
Chaos Demons.
I'm gonna make you big.
There's some more stuff down there.
Make you big.
Yeah,
So
make him big so we can see.
Look at
here's
Oh,
all
that's
my
just-
here's all my turtles.
Nick, you're the only one who's
Nick,
big.
you're big.
Yeah,
You're
I don't
You're
know
big.
how to make Matt big. How do I make Matt big?
Now you disappear.
Now it's
where's
just you.
everybody?
Okay, behind
I don't
these
know how to
little
make
guys
Matt big.
are turtles. There's some more original turtles.
Total.
Original turtles.
Oh,
There's
that's
the-
sweet.
Yeah, they're the
There's
19
April. I love April.
Yeah, they're all the originals. And then I have a lot of these NECA turtles that are new. They're like
There we go.
figures of the movies. Then I got just a big pile of
Oh my
toys.
God, dinosaurs!
Whoa.
Yeah, I got some
Wait,
of
this
those.
is-
But then I just got
What
a
the
pile
mama?
of toys for the
Wow, look
for
at
the
that.
nieces and nephews to play with. Then I got
Wow.
some Primarchs up there. I got Sanguinius and Horus. I got some
Guys,
more
we hit
Warhammer.
235.
We hit 235.
Yay.
Wow,
Guys,
Wait,
yeah.
it's the basement.
Wait,
tour.
Matt,
People
save the
know
rest of the
the
basement.
basement
Save the
tour.
rest of the basement till after the
Wait,
song.
Matt,
Oh,
do you
okay.
have like a big gaming table in that room as well?
Oh, see, that's one of the things. We do not have a very good table.
Oh, okay.
We don't have like a game. We don't have a table that's big enough for our whole friend
That's a
group. We
great
got
table.
this
You have an
poker table.
octagon table.
And then we
Yeah,
got
it's like a little
this-
card
Oh, that's
table.
cool.
this table that's a little
Cool.
bigger.
Mickey's
So
ass.
okay,
So-
I guess I'll pause the
Yeah,
basement.
let's
So when
pause
we make the
big-
movie of Tomb Quest, we're filming it
Yeah.
in
Yeah,
that
yeah.
in
basement.
Matt's basement. Okay, so we've now unlocked the next cast interview video that'll go live as soon as the stream is done, and that's going to be Corey Doris's interview talking about the character of Ben. And then we have unlocked the first song demo. We're going to play it for you right now. So this is a demo, short, well, not short, a 2 minute, 2 minutes of the opening song of Tomb Quest, which is called "We Are the Party." Let's do it. Here we go.
A toast to all you scoundrels. Here's to us, our motley crew. is there company in which I'd rather be? Of course, but I'm stuck with all of you. To us and our adventure, to the battle that we won, to tomorrow night when we end the fight and finish what we've begun. To gold and stolen treasure, to the magic key we found. To us I say great work today and to another round. What a wonderful pleasure to plunder for treasure, snagging the riches of dragons and witches. We plunge into caverns and dungeons and taverns, the thrill and the dangers, the killing of strangers. We are the party who'll do any monster raid, who'll come to anyone's aid, as long as we get paid. We are the party who are always good aligned, but we must be wined and dined, or we might just change our mind. We are the party, we are the party, we are the party. Hey! Wherever we've a table, you'll always have a seat, in a castle or a stable or a palace or the street. And if the gods are cruel and tomorrow we all die, you'll always have a stool at our table in the sky. Wherever we've a table, you'll always have a seat, in a castle or a stable or a palace or the street. And if the gods are cruel and tomorrow we all die, you'll always have a stool at our table in the sky. We are the party, we are the party, we are the party. Hey!
All right.
So good.
Got me hyped.
So ready.
Huge round of applause.
I want to get up, but I just want to do this.
Yeah.
Well time.
Yeah.
Really good.
Clark, it's great hearing your voice and all this.
Oh,
stuff.
thank you.
It's
Thank you.
It's wonderful. But this is in the show, this is kind of like when they're it's the opening number, and it's kind of like introducing the group of their like in-game characters down that they would play. Yeah.
And it takes place in the past, this song. So in Tomb Quest, very intentionally, all of the songs only happen when they're engaged in gameplay. There's no singing when their friends are just talking as themselves. It's when they're entering the world of the gameplay that we get songs. And this song is unique in that it's part of this kind of quiet opening where AJ's character is coming back into the house, coming back into the basement after this funeral, after they haven't played this game for 20 years, and he's pulling out his old Dungeon Master notes and saying, where were we last? What was the last thing that we did? And he's just reading out loud to himself the notes that he made for their session that ended 19 years ago. And the session comes to life where Corey flies in from the ceiling and glides down the banister center stage and begins this number. And you see, I'm really excited to see this because it's the only time in the show we see the characters as their in-game characters throughout the show. But this is the only time in the show that we see them as their high school selves playing their characters. So this is at a time when this group of friends was playing this game with abandon and commitment and sincerity. And they have this big, beautiful opening number of them all playing together. And then when this number ends, it's just AJ's character again in the basement going, why did we stop playing this? This is so cool. And then you start meeting them as their, now late 30s selves who have forgotten about the game. And the whole show is trying to get back to the moment in that song.
Yeah. Re-strengthen those bonds and find the strength of their childhood selves when they were all together. And yeah, it introduces this idea that Ben, Corey's character, is has died before the events of the play, but his in-game character is still have access to his in-game character. So Corey, it's interesting because a lot of the characters are going to appear as their out-of-game selves, but Ben kind of appears mainly in the form of your in-game character, Benedict Blazebeard, who's the wizard of the group.
Yeah.
So that, and you come in and you start singing this awesome song.
I also feel like that song too, it so encapsulates, because I think, you know, like to your point about is the show, what's the vibe? To me, like that song is the heart. You know, it's like you go, this is the tone, the mood, the feel.
Yeah.
So I love that's the song that kicks off the show, because it, you know, it's hard to say, oh, a friend has died and it sounds depressing, and you go, that could sound depressing, but listen to this song.
Yeah.
That's the mood, that's the feel of the show, I think.
Yeah, it's definitely like they're together, and it's what it feels like to be in a friend group sitting in that basement playing those games together, and it feels like we're going on this adventure together. I want it to feel like when you walk into the stage, you know, you're descending down into this basement too, and so it's going to feel like we're all sitting around this table and playing this game together. I think it's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah, I'm really excited to hear everyone sing these songs. And I mean, we've had these songs in this show for such a long time. I personally am kind of sick of hearing myself sing the songs. And I'm eager to hear, you know, the actors bring it to life and have the characters come to life. You heard maybe some violin on that demo, some fiddle. We have this fiddle player, Olivia Breidenthal. She's going to be in the band, and she's recorded some fiddle for these demos. And getting one other person, one other contribution to these demos was like so refreshing to me, because everything is just me and my laptop basically, and it's I'm ready to have other people do it.
Yeah. So usually in our past like several years, we've had a band of 4. This year we're going to have a band of 5, including our fiddle player. So I saw in the chat people were saying this sounds like a drinking song, like a tavern drinking song. And that's the whole idea, is that the in-game characters are in the tavern singing this song as they've just come from this victorious fight where they've defeated an ogre king and all that, and they are celebrating in the tavern together. And I think that I sound underwater. My audio is weird.
A little bit, yeah.
You did for a second.
It's better now.
It's back now.
It's better now.
Yeah.
I'm using this microphone, so I should talk right into it. I don't want to have everything be weird. So yeah, it's going to be that's the feel, is like to have that fantasy feel of the music, and the fiddle I think is going to bring a lot to that. So I'm excited for that as well.
Clark, can you talk about that? How you get a certain feel in music? 'Cause people are saying sea shanty, Irish jig, and I remember talking about that. But it's more than just the fiddle. What makes something feel that way?
There's a couple things that you could point to. This song is in, you could say 12/8. So it's like this triplet feel, da 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 da. That is often found in Irish sea shanty music. Some of the harmonies kind of allow it to fit in that world a bit more. I mean, guitar, I don't know. It's like
that, the sound of the instruments and things like that, like things that are used in certain songs that make you. Here's my question though. So the fiddle, right? What is a fiddle, and how's it different from a violin?
It is a violin. It's the style of playing that makes it different. It's not a separate instrument. Isn't that weird?
There you
Are
go.
there other instruments like that where you call like this is a guitar, and then now it's this
now
other
it's called.
Now it's an axe.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'm excited for the feeling. Like, I feel like a live violin or fiddle gives such a like texture. You know, like a lot of music, a lot of like contemporary musicals are very clean and very pop, and I like just the idea that we get to have a violin live in the space. It just gives it such a texture in the air, which I'm really, really excited about.
Yeah, that's going to be cool. So I think going forward, though, let's set our next goal of what we're going to reach to unlock the next song demo, because we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 more song demos to unlock today. So what do we think? Do we think 237?
Yeah,
Sure.
sounds good.
Yeah.
Good.
Okay, at 237, we're gonna unlock the next song demo. So right now we're at 235, 845. So we are less than $2,000 away from unlocking that next song demo. So if you're in the mood for listening to more music, and if you want to help make this show happen, you can get over onto the Kickstarter page, and you can up your pledge a little bit if you've already given, or you can pledge for the first time. Every little bit helps. You can share this video, you can share the campaign. We appreciate all of the support that you're showing this. So we kind of have now talked about the beginning of the show, and we've talked about Ben, and we mentioned Gary, AJ's character. Do you guys want to talk a little bit about Gary, who he is, like what what's his whole deal as the kind of game master of the show?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I love all the parallels in this show for us where we are in our lives. As we're talking about the plot of the show, I'm just like, could there be a more meta plot going on? And especially for Gary, who's dealt with a bit of writer's block. It's been like 15 years since the last book in his in his series has come out. God, Twisted came out in 2013. So, I'm just looking at this stuff going, there's no relation at all, But to stumble into it's really nice that we're like, that is what Star Kid is to me throughout the years. Is like, you guys write these shows, sometimes we write these shows, and we keep this magic alive in everybody's life, despite all these, life things getting in the way, financial things, relationship things, whatever they are, job things, moving, us being in different cities across the country, across the world sometimes. Half of us are splintered off in London right now for very good reasons. But these stories, these silly, wholesome, sometimes dark, this time very delightfully wholesome stories, come and bring us together, and we all get to just laugh our asses off and have a really good time for like 10 weeks. And it gets to feel like college again, it gets to feel like we never left. And that's because of this incredible fan base. That's because they've buoyed us and kept us alive for how long? 17 years now, which is which is crazy. We're the luckiest. We're the luckiest people in the world. So that they're doing it again, literally as we speak, 1,000 away from 237, is very, very cool. And I think Gary is really at a place where he's missing that creative spirit in his life. And he, because of this song we just heard, that Clark's demo of, this memory, he remembers how awesome it was to all feel like everybody was on board around the same table, like everybody had a place, everybody had a seat, everybody had a job to do, and everybody was included. And they in this basement, like, it didn't matter that the metal beams were sticking out everywhere, like no matter how much time went by or how dirty it was, everybody was on a similar wavelength and was transcended to somewhere else together. And I think the older we get, certainly the older I get, the more life gets weirder and darker and whatever. You look out in the world and things are politically strange and everything, you're like, man, shit is bleak sometimes. The more you look back at those times when when you could just transcend into a goofy other reality where you weren't looking at the clock, where you weren't thinking about yourself, or you weren't thinking about your problems. You instead were just like in this other world with your friends, laughing and having a great time, trying to see how long you could keep this story going. And Gary longs for that time and wants to bring that back, and sees that, like, okay, we haven't gotten together. These characters haven't been together in like 15 years, right? Like, it's like it could another 15 or how long has it been at the time, right?
It's
about 19
in the
years.
show.
19 years.
Yeah.
Yeah. So and he knows, like, man, another 19 could just like a blink just go by, right?
Yeah.
And we're just gonna suddenly be 65, and we're all gonna be going, did you go to the next funeral? And that's a bleak thought, you know? And so these moments that were just so everywhere in college, that we could just all have this silly time all the time, you know, that were just a day-to-day basis of like, what are we gonna get up to today? You know, suddenly these are the most precious morsels of gold in the universe that become so fleeting and few and far between the older and older we get. And so I think Gary has really got like a finely honed sense of that at this moment in his life. He's like, and selfishly, he's like, if I can get that back, then I can write my next book.
Yeah.
If I can crack into that inspiration, then I can make money with my next book.
Yeah.
I can feel good about that, you know? And
I saw the funniest comment that was like on your video, AJ. It was like Gary R.R. Martin. I just thought that was
Totally.
Gary R.R.
idea,
Martin.
like-
Yeah. He's having a real hard time finishing.
Yeah, because he famously did, right? Have a really hard
Yeah,
time.
he
finishing.
has the last
He
book.
does. He's
Still
not.
is not done. Yeah. Right.
Yeah. he does.
Yeah, we took a lot of inspiration from George R.R. Martin, who I feel so bad for, who just every once in a while has a meltdown where he's like, leave me alone. I'm trying to finish it.
And the funniest one is when he had, because he writes on his blog about the NFL. He likes watching football. And then people will always just say, write the damn book, stop watching TV. And then he had this long blog about, I'm allowed to watch football. I've always watched football. I've been watching football the whole time I was writing the books.
Yeah,
Football's not the problem. There's no problem.
I mean, this reminds me of when we were writing a Harry Potter musical back in the day, and there's some email went out about how, I don't know, rehearsals had already started and I hadn't finished the score yet. You know, why would that be important? And then people were upset about that. And then there's the writer thing of like, well, now I can't write it at all. Now I can't. Now today's gonna go by, and a whole nother day is gonna go by where I don't write the song because I can't watch football apparently. You know?
Yeah.
There are no relations to real life in this show. It's gonna be hard to get in the mindset of it, but we'll manage.
Yeah.
Another
So
thing about-
first off, real quick, we're $600 away from the next song unlock, and we've got another guest joining us in the chat here in the stream. Joey Richter. Hey, Joey.
Hey, guys.
You're over in London right now too, right?
I'm where Corey is. I'm mere feet away from where Corey is. We're not in the same room, but in that the idea of that bed, we're quite close. Hi, Ruby.
Oh.
How's it going? What song? Everyone looks great. AJ, did you get a haircut?
I sure did, Joey. Thanks for noticing.
It's a great haircut.
Joey, your stash is coming in strong.
Yeah.
It looks incredible. It looks incredible.
Yeah, it's just it has to be the Ted stash.
It's looking
at the
great.
moment.
Do you
Wait,
do
how many
anything to
songs-
it? Get it so luscious, or does that just naturally happen?
Just grow. I just let it grow. You know, just let it grow.
Let it
I just
grow.
put. I just
Let it grow.
yeah, let it grow.
Protein, testosterone, huh?
No, Corey, I don't shoot up tea to get my mustache.
Okay, we gotta get that mustache. Okay.
So listen, and if you have to do that, there's not that there's anything wrong with that.
Right.
We talked a little bit about Corey as Ben. We talked about AJ as Gary. And then it's already been announced and the video's been released about Joey as Kevin. I have a question for you, Joey, though. Because in the Kickstarter video, you kind of have this Ted mustache as Kevin.
Yes.
How do you want your facial hair for the actual show?
Oh, I didn't know I had a choice. I figured I don't know. We can in the video I had more of like a full like
Full
whatever
thing.
I think like whatever looks schlubby and like this guy is a bit of a bum and a loser.
Yeah.
So whatever that means, and that could be, and listen, facial hair does not make one a loser with or without.
Yeah.
So yeah, I guess I don't know. It kind of if you got ideas. Someone said full beard. Ellie Lavoie said full beard, and it's like
Full beard.
I don't know if my full beard. I got a lot of gray in my beard now, so
That's okay.
I feel
It's distinguished.
but it's not. It doesn't look I never had a beard that looked super distinguished, anyways. So I was like, I'm just lucky that it's coming in. And then now that there's gray in it, I look like fucking Radagast, the brown. You know, I got bird shit in my hat, and I got weird gray in my beard, and I'm going, ugh, and it's like, take your mushrooms, Radagast. Yeah, I don't know though. Whatever.
Okay, I guess
we can play. We've got
we'll
a
play
couple
around
months
with
to figure it out.
Yeah, we'll play around with it.
What songs have you released already?
Just one.
Or
We played the opening song, "We Are the Party."
Tight. And you're only doing like 45 seconds, right?
We did about 2 minutes of that one. The next song that we're going to unlock, we also are doing 2 minutes of the next song that we're going to unlock. And that song unlocks in about $540. So if you want to get on there onto that Kickstarter page and give a little something to help push us over that threshold, we're going to be playing that song at $237,000.
And we also just passed the next like character thing, which was
Corey Doris as Ben.
Right there. That guy right there.
Should we watch it?
Am I in a different position?
Can you watch it?
You're in a different position.
That guy, right down
Corey
there.
for me is right there.
I think we're not going to watch it right now. I think we're going to just have it go live as soon as the stream is over.
That's cool.
I've got it pulled up. I'll just click public instead of private on YouTube, and it'll go on there because we're all just watching. We're watching right here, and then as soon as it's done, we'll do that because we might unlock that video, and we might unlock another interview video, a crew interview video on the stream as well. We'll see how it goes because we're getting pretty close to that 237. We're at 236,586 right now. So if you can and you are wanting to, you can get on there, and we can even go through really quick again what the Kickstarter rewards are. Let's take a look. So here we are on the Kickstarter page. Oh my goodness, look at that.
Away.
We are very close. We're about $83 away from unlocking the next song.
It must be so cool to be the person that unlocks something.
But
yes,
can you
that's
really
what I would
know?
want to do. I'd want to be the last $100 that unlocked something.
So you can do it right now. If you're watching the stream,
I
you
am
can
a
go in.
pledger. I am a pledger. I already pledged, but I could up my pledge too.
Eric, you've pledged your creativity. You don't need to pledge your money.
No, I support. I gotta support.
Yeah,
Wait,
Eric's
I have a
gonna
question.
pay himself.
I'm gonna get a return on this investment that is so
Eric,
small.
Eric, in the event that you wanted to up your pledge, can I interest you in Melinor's hammer?
It got taken.
Yeah.
You know what?
Hey, Melinor's hammer is taken. Yeah.
Yeah, sadly
is
you can't
taken?
have it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's taken. All of the special rewards are all taken. But here's the rewards that you can get. For $5, you can get your name in the credits of the YouTube version of the show. For $20, you can get your name in the credits plus the behind-the-scenes feature.
Somebody got it instead of me. I was so close. Look at that. They just did it.
So did they just do it?
I'm gonna get the next one though, guys.
All right, we unlocked it. Okay, great. So let's we unlocked the next song.
Should
this
we
is
kind of
So this
Crap.
song is called "Everyone You've Ever Known Is Dead." Do you want to
Great
give
song.
some context
Great
for
song.
"Everyone You've
They're all
Ever Known
great.
Is Dead"?
They're all great, but this one's also really
Sure. Yeah. So basically, everybody gets back together. They're trying to continue the same campaign that they stopped playing 19 years ago. But it was a big old game. So they had hundreds of non-player characters and these inventories full of all this stuff, and their characters were doing all this stuff, and they look at their old binders and they can't make sense of any of it. They don't remember. They know they had fun playing this game, but they're like, I don't know what this means. I don't know what this is. I don't even remember how to play this game. And Gary is enthusiastically like, well, that's half the fun. Let's spend a solid 4 hours teaching ourselves the rules and figuring everything back out. And they're like, no, we're not going to do that. And they're basically like, I don't even know if I feel comfortable playing these characters that I made up when I was 14. And so they're like, could we just pretend in the game it's been 19 years for us and we're getting back together? Could 19 years have passed in the game? And Gary's like, no, that's ridiculous. You can't add a time jump into a story. That ruins everything. But then he starts thinking about it and he goes, because he's like, well, the bad guy wouldn't stop doing stuff for 19 years. If you guys left, he would take over the world and destroy the town, and it would have all these terrible implications. And then he realizes, oh wait, that's actually really cool. And Gary, it gets a freedom from going. He's a guy who's been working on the same book for 15 years, and he's kind of bored with all those story elements. And then he comes into this game essentially in the same position where he's got all this junk that's so old. And then once the players say, hey, could we just throw all that stuff out and kind of start over? He's like, yes, you could. That would feel great. Let's do it. And so he's like, let's kill everybody that we set up. And so he gets excitedly starts to sing this song.
All right. With that said, let's listen to the next song. Everyone You've Ever Known Is Dead. Here we go.
Just picture Humble Hollow as you best recall the place, and picture what would follow if you're left without a trace. Picture it gloomier and doomier than it ever was before, because you find friends of mine weren't guarding the door. 19 years that you've been gone, you think that would stop terrors on? You think there'd be no consequence if you left the town with no defense? Everyone you've ever known is dead. Every NPC from a side quest, every story and loose thread, anyone you knew in the slightest, everyone you know is dead. Every enemy and alliance that you couldn't keep in your head deserve a moment of silence, because they're dead. Everyone you know is dead. Everyone you know is dead. Everyone you know is dead. Everyone you've ever known is dead. There's no time for mourning, 'cause that would be boring, and the story's transforming now that everyone's dead. Melanie promised the coachman that I'd lift his family's curse, but that's all moot 'cause they got a new route, riding in a hearse. Lucian and his musicians, we were prepping for our next show, but they hit it big and got a new gig rocking out 6 feet below. What would have happened in these quests from long ago if the world hadn't been flattened? Oh well, now you'll never know, because everyone you know is dead. Everyone you know is dead. Everyone you know is dead. Everyone is sadly very dead. Everyone we've ever known is dead, 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 dead.
A little edit on that one. A little edit on that one. at the end there.
It's a good. That's the little taste.
That's
So
one
good.
That's one of those songs that when I hear, it's like, you know, Clark, man. It's like when, you know, it's like this happened in Spies too, where it's like sorry to deviate and talk about another show for a second, but it's like it's about Clark's Town, where like a song, you come with an idea for what a song should be, and you're like, it should be this, and this is about this like somebody's got to do it song, the bomb song, that we're like, this is a really crazy thing, and then Clark and Piers present a song to you that you're like, I never imagined this is what this song would be. Is it very much how I felt when like listening to the music and then hearing this song, because I'm like, this feels like tonally something's totally different. It makes me want to do this. Which is like different and it's just like it's such a joy, you know. You just kind of go like that chorus is so it's great.
That's what I
so
said to
video.
We Are the Party. Every demo just makes me want to get up and
Yeah,
start
just
doing
be like this, and just go like this a little bit.
I feel like there's going to be a direct line from you doing this in this live stream to us doing this on stage now. I feel like
Yes.
you've just
I can
locked
see
us
it.
in.
Just say we're putting it out
Just
there.
say, where do Lauren's
Yeah.
choreography inspirations truly come from? It might be Joey. He's incepting her.
Idiot around that.
Everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say a challenge with this song was wanting to have it be not super dark, but also not too cheery at the same time. Wanting to honor a little dark implications of everyone being dead, but also having it be very fun and exciting. That could persuade everyone that yes, this is a good idea. Let's do it. And
It's also
maybe
got
dance
a
around.
fun list song where you got a bunch of funny ideas that you can like portray over like all these characters that you can talk about name. I'm like, I love that.
Totally.
This-
I find it very impressive that every punchline is essentially the same thing, like they're dead, right?
It's just different ways of saying someone's dead. Yes.
Yeah, you managed to find so many different ways of like leading. It's because they're dead, you know. Every time is different.
They're all sick.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah, this is something that in this score in particular, the songs are really funny as well. Like it's like joke after joke after joke in the lyrics. And you know, Clark and Eric, you two collaborated on the lyrics. And Eric, for those of you that don't know, Eric, for as long as I've known him, has written these like incredibly funny rhyming poems. So Eric is like incredibly good at like delivering jokes in a rhyme scheme and everything. What was that process like of you guys writing these songs together, and how did that work?
So first, let me say this. Good to point that out. This is like my lifelong dream to write lyrics for a show. I've been trying to do it my entire life. I've been doing these funny poems. When we did Twisted, I was like, Nick, can I please write the lyrics for Twisted? And Nick was like, no, AJ wants to work with Kaylee. And they end up being the best lyrics. Kaylee's amazing. But I was like, oh, God, what is my only musical I'm ever going to get to work on? And I've been trying to do this forever. And Clark has to work with me because he's my brother-in-law. He's married to my sister.
It's true.
I didn't want long con to get this.
I had
to write these lyrics.
Oh, I had to be able to, but Clark is also an insanely funny lyricist. So clever. You guys know this because you guys have seen all the Star Kid songs that Clark's written lyrics on his own. They're so funny and clever and interesting. And we approached every one of these songs differently. I think for this one in particular, the title was something that Matt and I came to when we were on the phone. This whole show has been on the phone. When we were on the phone talking about this moment, I thought that's a great title. Great. I went to Clark with the title. And I think that I wrote a lyric set that was like a bunch of those things AJ pointed out, like basically different ways to talk about a fantasy character dying, and the title. And then Clark came back with this amazing song that had so many other jokes. And the funniest, I think Clark's funniest contribution in this song is just the way he says dead. Like Clark does this thing where he goes, I can't do it. But it's like the way you say, because they're dead. Like whatever you're doing musically, that kind of defies the expectations. It's very, very funny. And I think we went back and forth on this one, adding all these jokes in. But it was a melding of the ones.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, each song I think had a slightly different process to it, but this song and a lot of the others started with the title that Matt and Eric came up with. And sometimes the title can really just like the song can unfold from there. Some songs, Eric and I just brainstormed a lot before landing on a title. And a back and forth of, like Eric said, he started with lyrics for this song, then I took it and added some music, added some lyrics. Then once that was established, Eric could, I think for this song or maybe others, he could then do like a second verse based on the music that was written.
Yeah.
And
it was
so
like the
being able
most
to go
fun
back and forth. Yeah.
The most fun crossword puzzle anyone could ever do, where Clark writes a genius melodic line with a verse that either he wrote or he based on whatever, and he's like, here, use this melodic line to make a second verse. And you're like, oh, this is so fun. It's you're just finding something that fits this beautiful, exciting, humorous music.
Yeah.
Can I ask
yeah. Well, first off, I'm seeing some comments in the chat that are saying I got to listen to these song demos again, and you actually can get the song demo album. It's one of the Kickstarter rewards, and you'll get the full demos of, because we're only playing portions of these songs. You'll get the full demos, and you'll even get demos for some songs that didn't make it into the final show. Certain things that were replaced by other songs to better fit what was going on in the story and things like that. So that's a really cool thing. And then also we have another person joining us on the stream. So let's all welcome our assistant director, Allie Gordon.
Hi. Hi.
Allie.
Hello.
Allie.
Oh my
Hello,
God, what songs have we listened to already?
So thus far we've listened to We Are the Party and Everyone You've Ever Known Is Dead.
Great.
So and right now the Kickstarter is currently at 237,967. So it's almost at 238,000. So I think maybe we should set the next goal maybe at 240,000. Does that make sense?
Let's go.
Let's go a little bit less. Do we want to do 230, 239?
Yeah.
Sure. All right, 239.
We want to give credit for that $967 that came after.
Yes, absolutely. So we're gonna go. We're gonna play our next demo at 239,000. So a little bit over $1,000 away from that next demo. So if you want to hear that one, that's great. Yeah, somebody said that this song that we just listened to, Everyone You've Ever Known Is Dead, is a list song where it has like it mentions like a bunch of different ways of people dying. Allie and I have been talking about this, is that there are several list songs in the musical where they're like encountering, you'll see as we start to unlock these songs, because they're playing this kind of game that is all, theater of the mind type thing. And Gary is able to say, this is what you see. Here's what's going on. There are these songs where Gary will mention like 20 different things that they're fighting or that they're encountering or that they see. And Allie and I have been talking about this idea of, okay, what are we actually going to show when we're staging this? And what are we actually what is going to exist in imagination? What is going to exist on stage? How much of all of this are we going to see? And how are we going to show it? So, Allie, what did we talk about for Everyone You've Ever Known Is Dead? We eventually decided that we don't need to show any of this stuff because it's all dead. They're all dead.
We were like, this maybe is it. Actually, genuinely, the way we left off that conversation was being like, I feel like AJ is going to do a lot of heavy lifting on this one. And it's sort of a chance to sort of be like, because it comes early in the show. So it's like sort of an opportunity to demonstrate that like when Gary is setting scenes or talking about these characters as they're interacting, that it's like sometimes it will simply be shown through character voices and posture and like inhabiting a character, but not necessarily like doing a full costume change or having a prop or something like that.
Detailed portraits.
Yeah,
Yeah.
portraits.
Detailed art.
Doing live portrait
Painting
drawing
live on stage.
on stage. Yep.
Yeah. So this is kind of a fun thing that like we did a show called The Trail to Oregon that a lot of people were in. You know, some of the people were in here. It was another cast of 6 where it was kind of 5 family members, and then Joey played everybody else. So there's like one song where Joey plays an entire town full of people, and this show is going to have a similar kind of thing where Gary gets to play pretty much like all the non-playable characters that they're encountering. Gary is going to inhabit those, so I think that's going to be super fun.
And AJ, are you going to learn to play the recorder for that song specifically?
I was curious about that too, because I love that little recorder moment. It makes me just so happy.
I dare you.
The pressure. And Clark's not even here right now, so you know.
Oh no!
Oh God, he's back. Oh God.
Yeah. Say it fast.
And I heard the question, and I had to come back.
Don't look at Clark's pants, Clark. Don't let us see the state of your pants right now.
I won't. It's the most difficult thing to hold.
I think
after you started peeing.
I know. I'm in agony right now.
Bad for your health too.
This is a big question. I have to say it is TBD. I think we have a couple different options. I mean, AJ said this in his interview. We've considered melodica as a replacement for recorder. That's something that AJ can play, and it is a very funny instrument. It's different from recorder. We might have AJ play recorder and just not play it that well.
Funny.
Or we can have the band do it, and AJ could
King and Beautiful pretend to play.
Yes.
Acting.
These are the options,
Yeah.
and people might not know the answer until they see the show live.
Oh,
There you go. There are actually possibly several moments where we may have an actor fake playing an instrument in the show, which you may hear as we continue to unlock these songs.
No. I'm gonna learn the lute.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
But the problem is Kurt is not real.
I just have to
So
find
you're
one.
gonna learn the lute to play it properly.
Yeah. So,
Right.
so yes, I think we've released some images already of Kurt as Lucian Heartstring playing the lute, because Lucian's a little bit of a bard character, and the lute that we're using is the same instrument that the prince has in Cinderella's castle. And
twice.
we kind of recycled the prop for the Kickstarter video, but even when we were getting ready for the show, we went to the Starkid storage unit with Meg Lloyd to pull props for the London version of Guy Who Didn't Like Musicals that's going on right now, and we found the lute, the little instrument, and Meg was going, let's reuse it, but I actually never finished it the first time, so I'll just finish it this time and we'll use that prop again.
Build an actual instrument.
Yeah. And so if you were the person who donated and got the lute, Lucian's lute, it's not only going to be the lute for this show, but also the prince's lyre from Cinderella's
two for one.
2 for 1.
And if we hit 245 today, it's going to be playable.
Yeah. Uh-huh. So
I'm here to make promises.
Also, we're a little less than $1,000 away from the next song demo, and I don't want to spoil exactly what it is, but I'm excited for the next song demo. It might be my favorite song in the show.
Are we going in order?
No, we're not. We're not going in song order. It's gonna be a song that involves heavily Joey's character.
Yeah.
So
and yeah, this is a great.
We'll talk about it if we're not going in show order, because we didn't want to give everybody. you know, we want to you watching
want to
this,
give them
you can
the full scope.
you can like piece it together. We're not even playing all the songs because we didn't want to spoil certain things. So we're giving everybody a taste of everything. So so we're less than $1,000 away from that next one. So
If we hit it, I'll finish this water bottle.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you chug in?
Hydrate Joey.
Hydrate.
Crazy.
Get him
promise.
hydrated.
Yeah. So as we're talking about the characters, sorry, AJ, you were going to say something?
Oh, it's okay. It's just I'm still stuck on the recorder thing.
Recorder?
Because the moment in question is actually in the song that we just heard.
Yeah.
I'm just realizing it's very fast.
Clark's back. He's here to
Clark's holding
snipe you.
poop actually now.
That's right. It could be that would, if I learned to play the recorder, it seems clear now I've either got to learn to play the recorder or I have to be subjected to doing this. And so it's a good prize for learning the recorder because then I won't have to do this.
Get a little neck brace so that you can blow into it while you're doing this.
Get out.
It's like a chat.
Very fun. So we've talked about Gary, we've talked about Ben. Do we want to talk about the character of Kevin? Like what's Kevin's whole deal? Who is he? What is his role within the party of this show?
Go for it, man.
Well, let's let Joey talk.
Well, but I don't know how much I'm allowed to, it's like
you can talk about Kevin's name. They all have kind of fantasy names, but Kevin is just that kid who was just a stinker. He's just trying to have some fun. So
I saw someone on Twitter say like this makes a lot of sense because when I started a campaign when I was a middle schooler, I named my character like you're a mom, and it was like your mom. It was something like they named it your mom, and they found a way to like make your mom into like a fantasy name, and I was like, this makes a lot of sense.
Yep. Yes. So Kevin's in-game character is named Boner Lord. Just because he knows how seriously Gary takes the campaign, and he just thought it was funny to say, "My name's Boner Lord." Now you have to work that into your larger ethos, into your lore.
Do some world building around that, Gary.
Around Boner Lord.
Yeah.
Which is not the first time Matt has given me such a plight. When we first met, the first thing we wrote together was a 24-hour musical, and he said, "All right, it's going to be called The Penis Play."
Oh, yeah.
We're in Boner Lord territory.
Matt was that kid.
I was that kid, I guess.
Matt used to like name all of his video game characters. What did you used to name all of them?
I forget.
Wasn't it like ass?
When I was playing Pokemon, okay, here's what happened is I erased my sister's Pokemon game because I was trying to restart her game and then get the starter from that game and transfer it over into my game. So she got mad at me and erased my game in front of me, and I was like, no, crying and screaming. But she erased it in front of me, and how to erase the game is you start a new game. So she named my character A. But then I just grew an affection for that particular game. That's what I put the most time into. So my character's name was and I just would name like that character. And then for some reason I named the rival, I named him Can Man. And they were arch enemies.
Can Man
It's just stupid stuff, Yeah. Just
I feel
stuff.
like
And Kevin is that kid trying to goof with Gary, goof with everybody, make everybody laugh, but he's also that pain in the ass that's constantly whining about the game. He's the person that's always saying stuff's not fair. This game's
trying to break the game.
You guys are
trying
to break the game.
Yes. And it's like when they come back, Kevin wants to change his character. He's embarrassed by the name. He says, I don't want to be called that anymore. And Gary says, you ruined my game with that name. You're going to stick with it. And Kevin wants to change his class into something more powerful. So he's unhappy with going back into this game as
because Kevin,
honestly, being a rogue is something, and I mentioned this a little bit in my interview video. It's like, because I was a rogue character in Realm, and it's interesting because so many of your stats are so much lower. It's like cool to be like, I have stealth. I have like great sleight of hand stats, so I can like pickpocket, but you're really weak. So it's like I would
trip over one barrel and it's like, oh, your character's dead.
I would find myself in constant battles where I'm like, I have to fucking hide, and I have to use my hide bonus action because no one can hit me. And like I would constantly find myself in situations where it's like, and the giant thing picks up Joey's character and is suffocating him, and I'm like, no, I can't do anything. So it's really funny that's something Kevin has to suffer with, which I think is very appropriate for someone who wants to like juice up other stats to be like, yes, this is cool. It's like you think you're like going to be like Batman, but it's like, no, you're not like Batman.
You just got this little dagger, and you're playing a game with a wizard who's got like a whole spell book of stuff they can do in every turn. And you get to your turn, you go, okay, I do backstab. You roll a dice, it's over. And the wizard's going, let's see what I should do here. I have all these choices. They take 20 minutes to take their turn. It sucks playing as a rogue or just a martial character in general.
Totally.
Yeah, so I like that Kevin has this frustration because he's trying to play the game. He wants to play the game. It's also funny they have this gag in there where, they're all doing the voices of their own characters. Mm-hmm. And like the whole thing is Gary, as the game master, is supposed to narrate, but then Kevin, the way he plays the game, he tries to narrate too. This character says that. So
I got my own game going on, and I say this, and then they do this, and it's like, stop doing this. It's a real,
that kind of kid.
It's a real, which is, and especially like a role-playing game like this, you're like, someone's got to be the person who you're like, shut up, man. Shut up. You're not doing it right. You're trying to play your own game. These are like group team efforts. And so it's frustrating to play with someone who's like, I'm in my own world.
Yeah, he's like the kid in the improv class who comes in and says, I have a gun, bang, bang, you're dead.
He's Michael Scott in improv class. He's Michael Scott going, no, we're not. We're on the moon. And you're like, shut up.
I see a question. Oh, go ahead, Matt. Go ahead.
I was just going to say that, like, so many internet role-playing game type things, I think, though they are fun to watch, like Critical Role, for example, you're seeing the world's greatest improvisers who know the rules so well and are also such good sports. So you're seeing the world's best players, and then you play it for yourself, and a game looks nothing like that. Nobody's that good of an improviser. Nobody knows the rules. And there's always that one pain in the ass that's complaining and going, could you check the rules on that? Could you check the rules? I think I should get this. And so we were like, well, in a scripted thing, we have the opportunity to add that whole aspect in.
Yeah.
So I think
fun.
that's
kind
of
fun
fun.
To see, like, it's fun. It's fun. I think like the characters are matched. So like one of the parts that I love about the show is how people's like real life personalities feed into who the characters they are and how they live both vicariously through those characters. But you see like their insecurities and their wants and desires like projected through the characters. And I'm like, it's fun with Kevin to be like, this guy wants to be so cool and so powerful and meaningful. And even within the game, he can't even do it. And it's like, he keeps fucking up. It's fun. Very fun.
That's super fun. And also, Kevin, the whole show takes place in Kevin's basement because Kevin, a lot of these characters have grown up and like left and gone and done their own thing. Kevin still lives with his parents, and this is the basement that they used to play in. So I think that's fun.
Yeah, Kevin is from a rather wealthy family, so he had the nicest house and the coolest basement. So that is why they would choose to hang out at his house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Which
we're
is why I will also be designing this set.
yeah, we're
I'm making big promises. I'm not
holy
doing
cow.
that.
We're less than $200 away to unlocking this next song demo, and this is going to be, we'll talk a little bit about it when we unlock it, but it is a song that involves Kevin.
It's a really
little bit of the
if it's the song I think it is, it's a fucking banger.
And
if it's not the song I think it is, it's probably also a banger.
This song too. This was not an original song in our first go round. So this song happens at a moment in the show when the crew, the party is celebrating their first big win. And initially,
actually, this is not the next song that we're playing. This is a duet. This is a duet. That's okay. This one is a duet. It's a different banger, and because we didn't want to go too much in show order, so we won't give away exactly what's going on in the song, but we'll give a little bit of a taste for that. So, and look at all the cats.
Yeah, Lucy was here for a while and was
She was really showing off. It was great.
She loves to stick her paw in any open cup. So if I have like two here, and so she was going back and forth, going.
Guys, in our stage manager here in London has a dog named Apollo, and she brings him to every rehearsal, and he's come to every show, and he's the best boy. And he does this thing where like she'll put his leash on to go take him for a walk, and he'll pick up his like leash with his poop bag in his mouth and carry his own leash outside with him before the walk, and it's really fucking cute.
Big dog or small dog?
Like kind of like he looks like this.
Draw it.
Oh my god!
Really cute dog.
Oh my gosh,
He's
so cute.
He's a good dog.
He's a really good boy. He's really cute.
I expect nothing less from a British dog. You know.
Yeah.
I know.
British dog.
And it's funny because I talk. It's like you look at a dog, you start talking to this dog, you start going, "What am I doing here?" And I'm like, I gotta do it with an accent.
Get an accent.
I don't understand what you're saying.
What am I doing here?
Yeah.
It's like, oh wait, well, it's tea break, time to go outside, and it's like,
that's great. It's like Pongo in 101 Dalmatians, holding his own leash and everything. That's great. Nice British dog.
I always wanted a Dalmatian because of that movie.
You wanted a British dog?
No, I wanted a Dalmatian.
I always wanted a British dog.
British Dalmatian.
I have a question.
Yeah.
This is not exactly Tomb Quest related, but I saw in the chat earlier, someone said, Eric looks so real. And I agree. I feel like, Eric, your video quality.
Yeah.
Really.
Do you know
so
why?
Good. No,
Why?
I'm wondering why.
Because I'm using my iPhone as my webcam, which literally anyone can do. It's just a straight up built-in thing. And I just have a little tripod stand where I put it on this tripod stand, and it makes my visage look so
Really
beautiful,
real.
like an iPhone picture.
Would you look at that?
Wow.
Look at that
But you're not
skin, that
considering the
glowing skin.
possibility that they
Incredible
pushed into
depth.
this
So
moment.
Wait, I'm confused.
Your iPhone.
You're using it as a webcam, but you're just logged onto the website.
Yeah,
With your
baby.
phone.
All you have to do is have your iPhone near Corey. You can do this. I'll tell you how to do it right now. All you gotta do is have your iPhone near your Mac computer, and it'll be like you'll hear a noise. Beep, boop. Do you want to use your phone as your camera? It'll ask you.
Wow.
If you say yes, you get this gorgeous camera, and you can move it around. Can I show you guys?
Wow.
Oh,
my
it's like a
God.
It's like
Oh,
a-
that is incredible.
This is a mama bird. See this on my window? You see this mama bird?
There's baby. Are there babies?
Oh, yes. Mama bird, baby bird. That's the mama feeding the babies.
Oh,
See?
That's so
We can't see
sweet.
the babies.
Well,
give us your mama.
Yeah.
she's
Let me see
hiding.
if I can. Let me see if I can make you.
Yeah, she
You'll
didn't
just
agree
make yourself bigger again, Nick. You already tried this.
No,
Oh,
I
you
didn't.
do.
Yeah.
Wow.
Now I can bring you.
That is really
All
great.
right. Oh, mama left. They're the babies. See?
Oh,
Oh my God.
Oh my
God.
God.
Real.
oh my God.
No, there's actually 4 because there's a hidden one.
There's 4.
Do you think
Yes.
David Attenborough might give us money if we show him this?
Oh my
Maybe.
god.
Wow.
This is what I do every day. I get to live up here.
Wow.
I live next to
Wow.
baby birds and their mom, and I get to watch her feed them worms like every 15 minutes. My life is
Have you thought about
really
You're
cool.
a
have you thought
Disney
about stepping
princess.
in, being the
Wow.
dad that stepped up for those birds?
No, I have thought about it, Joey. I've Googled, can I buy a can of worms and give it to the baby birds? And it said, don't do that. But it said what I could do is put some worms in a bowl, like on a different window ledge near this, so the mom can find them. But honestly, she's great. There's so many worms in the world. She's
Yeah.
really
She's got
good.
this.
She's
She's
got
got
So
this,
many worms
Eric.
in the world.
She's got it.
There's so many worms.
I
in the
love that.
world.
That's right next to your window.
It's pretty sweet, Kim. It's a pretty nice life.
I'm
out
so
there.
jealous.
Wow.
I'm so
Wow.
jealous.
I know.
It is crazy how they're just kind of like.
Yeah.
I know.
You know what else they do, Joey? So not only do they go and they get fed worms, but then
Yeah.
after the mama feeds them, they turn around and they stick their butts in the air and they poop out this white blob that the mom then goes hop and swallows.
What
And I was
the?
like,
What?
"This thing." Okay. And what it is their guts don't have the bacteria yet to fully digest the worms. So there's some undigested worms that they poop out, and the mom's like, still good worms in there, and swallows them for her own food.
Wow.
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 Could have.
Who's going to that back? Who's
That's
gonna,
love.
we are under $50 away. If someone just wants that idea.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we're
Wow.
less than
$50.
$20. Less than $20 away for this next song demo.
Does anybody else want to say something really gross?
Yeah.
They poop out their guts.
Until we get that next donation, we will keep talking about poop.
Man.
Yeah. We're very close. Who's you can feel that sense of satisfaction of putting us over the edge to unlock
gonna be
the
the-
next thing.
The same
Less than
satisfaction of a
$20.
mama bird grabbing her baby's poop and gulping it down, just as satisfying as
Early
that.
bird gets the worm, everyone, and the early bird gets the demo.
Oh, we're $2 away. We're $2.
$2.
Oh my god.
Who's gonna
$2.
steal it? Who's gonna steal this pleasure?
$2.
$2.
Yep, $2 away.
$2.
So we'll see how it
$3.
goes. And then so I think we can start talking about this song. So basically, this next song that we just unlocked it. Somebody gave $2 exactly.
Thank
you.
so much.
Nice.
That's
Okay,
Thank
so-
you, $2.
And now we're past it by $2. Clearly several people said I'll give $2. So
Make sure
thank
that
you so much.
$2 stays. Don't
Um,
take away those
So
$2.
those are the first $2 for unlocking the next song, though. So thank you so much. You still have that satisfaction. So this next song that we're going to be playing is called Blood Oath. And so this is a song that is a duet between Kevin's character and Sammy, who is Lauren's character. They kind of were best friends in high school, and they have since had a falling out. And at one point in the show, they have not talked for many years. They do not like each other. And at one point in the show, they read a thing that they wrote when they were younger that is this blood oath, this pact that their two in-game characters made together about how good of friends they are. So they wrote this back in high school, and then they have to revisit that throughout the night. I don't think we really 100% need any other setup. Matt, Eric, do you think we need any more setup for that song?
Nope, that was good.
Okay, great. So here we go. This is the next
Easy
song.
breathe.
This is called Blood Oath.
If a troll asks you a riddle, but you're just not smart enough, I vow to think for you. If we're at a fancy party and you're getting way too drunk, I'll drink your drink for you. If your story's getting boring, I'll still pretend to listen. If authorities come exploring, then I'll lie and say you're missing. If someone breaks your heart, I'll break their head. If someone hates your art, I'll kill them dead. If you need to drown your sorrows, 'cause your wife cast you aside, I'll find a bar for you. If you drink a witch's potion and your body's liquefied, I'll find a jar for you. If you ever land in prison, then I'll help you escape. I'll be there to save you from whatever mess you create. If you ever say I'm sorry, I'll understand. If you ever face an army, I'll lend a hand. This is my oath, this is my vow, this is my promise starting now. Wherever I go, whatever you do, the duo is always me and you. No matter what, until the end. No matter where the road may bend. No matter what, I'm your best friend. No matter what.
All right, that's a little taste of the blood oath. I love that song. I think that this one might be my favorite song in the show.
It's so like, it's such a like, it's almost like a fucking Decemberist song.
Oh, to me it feels like the Proclaimers. Like 500 Miles. It's got that like folky,
yes,
And I love that
yeah.
song.
Yeah.
Allie is correct.
That's what you tried to make it sound like?
Yeah, Joe, you gotta
not
leave.
100%, but it was an inspiration. Yes.
Love
Nice.
it, love it, love it.
It's so
you guys know that song. I would walk 500 miles. I love that song. But Blood Oath, I love even more.
Really, it's really fucking special. There's so many
because in 500 Miles they talk about things they would do, but in this song they do it. So it's actually a better song.
This
great.
song,
I'm gonna duck out for a second, but I'll be right back.
This song actually is another song that wasn't in the original script. We added it later. And that was a fun process to sort of, after we had the show and the songs, original demo songs for the show, we got to sort of see like where are some places that feel like could use a song maybe, or could use a different song. And this was a moment that had no song, but I'm really glad we added it because it's also one of my favorites, I think.
Me too.
Yeah, this process has been pretty interesting because Clark, you said you feel like you've been working on this show for a really long time. And it's because we have been working on this show for what, 2 years now?
2 years.
Like
just about.
That's awesome.
In terms of actively writing, I think this show has had the most time devoted to it. That is one of the advantages of doing Remounting Guy Who Didn't Like Musicals last year, is it gave us some breathing room with being able to write some more stuff. And usually Star Kid moves at such a fast pace. It moves so fast that you just run out of time. You go, maybe this script could have gone through another draft. Maybe these songs could have gone through another draft, but we got to go because we're rehearsing. We're starting rehearsal in 3 days. So it was nice to have the extra time. It felt like a nice leisurely process in that we got to actually, like, Clark would turn in songs and we'd say, this song is great, but could it be better? Which is, we had the time to. So we have, like, extra songs that'll be on that demo album. So I think that the extra time we had really did help the process.
Totally.
Yeah.
Totally. I agree.
That's such a great feeling to be able to be like, to move through, to not feel like, because the process of these shows and how the speed at which Star Kid does shows is both like incredible for compared to like most theater. Like most theater goes through years and years of like a workshop process of something, and the fact that like these shows kind of like are able to get fast tracked to like a full production is not like most theater, but
like
also creates that conundrum sometimes where if you're moving at a speed, you're like, well, is the show we're putting up is it like what draft of the show is it? Is it the show that we wish we could go back and be like, and then you add on top of that the YouTube of it all, where it's just like, and then the show becomes canonized and that's the show, and you're like, or it would be great to like just have more time to get the show to the place we want to get to before the performance, which is awesome.
Yeah, so many like Broadway shows, they have workshopped for like 7 years, 8 years, 9 years. And it is so strange when I go back and watch things, I go, that was like 5 weeks of my life. And it's now become the only versus it like having the time to develop. So I think it's awesome that you guys have spent all this time.
And I think some of those shows that have spent 9 years, maybe they lose some of their light.
Yep, that's true.
But, and like
longer is not necessarily better, but
it's not necessarily to have that time. But it's like 2 years feels like a solid middle ground.
Yeah.
Well, and let me clarify. Sometimes a lot of StarKid ideas, the idea exists for years, but then the actual writing time might be like actually
truncated.
Might be shorter, like 4 months, 5 months, 6 months. This one, that was 2 months of active writing time. We got to do a draft and then go, now let's not touch it for 5 months and come back and go like, how good, what do we like? Oh, because time is also a very good writer. It's, you can come back to a script and go like, oh, here's a problem we were having, and now the solution seems obvious to me. Or here's a part we thought was good, but it could be punched up. So I think that having the time to do like, multiple drafts really did help. And I like how.
Sorry.
Go ahead,
Oh,
sorry.
Oh, I just have a question for you guys, Eric and Matt.
Before
Did you find?
I gotta go.
Oh, bye, AJ.
Bye, AJ.
Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you,
guys.
All right.
Where are you going?
Bye.
Where are you going?
My cousin's birthday party.
That sounds fun.
Happy birthday.
And then an improv show.
Have a great show.
Thank
Or
you.
enjoy the show.
Thank you. I also do want to say before I leave, I've been listening to Second Best for the first time, which is Allie Gordon's D&D podcast.
Are you serious?
Which I have never played D&D, and I have never listened to a D&D campaign or watched a D&D campaign in my entire life. And so Second Best is my very first one, and I'm having such a good time listening. Allie Gordon plays Bug on Second Guest, so it's everywhere. It's on Spotify. Definitely check it out. It's like in the car with me as I'm driving everywhere. I'll listen to it more again right now. So
that's wild.
Go Allie.
That's
go
so
Second Best. All right.
Okay.
Goodbye.
Bye. Go get in the car and enjoy
birthday.
Cool.
Should we listen to the
Allie, what is Second Best, Allie?
Second Best is Bug, Nick. It's the campaign we never finished that like haunts me to this day.
Yeah, can you give a little explanation for all the people watching?
So for like 7 years, I played a D&D campaign that we were making as a podcast, and this was kind of before a lot of people had D&D podcasts. I think we launched it in 2017 or 2018, but we'd already been recording it for like a year before that, and we played it for a very long time, and it was kind of a casualty of the pandemic and people's lives changing and not being able to do things in person. And also we had a Patreon, and it was just sort of impossible to keep up with the tasks of this thing. But because it was both a business and a D&D campaign, when the business part of it sort of wound down, so did the D&D campaign. And this character who I created for this campaign, who I love so much, I never got to find out what happened to him. And I said this to Nick recently, where I was like, I think about him once a week. Like I will sort of like wake up and be like, what's up with Bug? Like, what's going on with him? Is he okay? What's he doing with his life? Like, I think about him like a friend I lost contact with. Oh boy. It's so weird to me that AJ's listening to this recorded podcast. It was great. It was so fun. It was one of the best times of my life. So yeah, Second Best it was called.
So cool.
There we go.
Yeah.
So much fun. Yeah, when Allie and I have been talking about the show, Allie's been going like, I have a campaign that I never really got to finish, just like the characters in Tomb Quest, and I think that's so much fun. So
yeah. So
Um,
I'm living their wish fulfillment of them finishing their campaign because I'm not finishing my campaign. And I played many campaigns since then, and I'm in a game right now that I'm really enjoying. But just like there was something very special about that one, and there was something very special about that character, and so I do really think of him as like being out there somewhere.
Allie,
Like I could just send missives, like messages in a bottle, and someday like Bug will read it and know I'm thinking about him.
Did you ever finish it with those people?
I have no idea. I kind of don't know.
Do we need to kill
Maybe?
anyone so that there could be a funeral and you can have a
Yeah.
you can
Joy,
finish
actually, I
your
was going to
campaign
ask you
after the funeral?
something.
yeah.
We can take care of this.
Yeah.
Does
No,
someone
Joy, I was going to
die?
ask if you would be willing to be the dead one.
You got it.
Okay, thank
And
you.
they'll be like, why are we getting together for this guy's funeral to finish this?
My friends from New York being like, and who's this guy? I'm like, his name is Joey, he was great.
We just needed an inciting incident.
You would have loved him. Yeah.
You would have loved it. You would have loved this game.
Yeah. So just for going forward with certain things, let's unlock the next song demo at $240,000.
Right.
So right now we're at 239 187, so we're less than $1,000 away, a little over $800 away from unlocking the next song demo, which I think it's a little bit of a change of pace from some things we've been listening to thus far. So we'll talk more about that. But yeah, one of the reasons that I love Blood Oath, the song that we just played, was this idea that the characters are now, in their late 30s, all of that. And the idea of picking up something that they forgot that they wrote back in high school and being able to look at that. I think there is a bit of a fantasy with that because maybe I have some things from high school that I wrote down. Like sometimes people will find old journals and things like that. And to see I so don't relate to that anymore, but at one point this was so important to me, I think is a really fun idea and a fun aspect of the show. So I love that Blood Oath is like the purity of friendship when you're a child, like uncomplicated and like I will do anything for you. I think is a really fun, great moment in the show. But the next song we're gonna unlock is not like that. So well,
it's not that purity.
The next song and the last song we're gonna play are my two favorites. I think the last song is my favorite, and this one's coming up is my second favorite.
Matt likes the bad guy songs. Matt likes the bad guy songs. So Matt likes the evil stuff.
Yeah, I think
it's like Kurt. Kurt loves a bad guy. Not to throw you under the bus, Kurt, but Kurt loves a villain.
No, it's true.
Did you have a question you were going to ask earlier?
Oh, yes, that was for Eric and Matt. I was just going to ask, in your writing process, putting it down for a significant amount of time, did it clarify things for you really quick? Were you like, oh, I don't even remember that part, so clearly that wasn't important. Would you say a really significant and important thing in your process is putting it down for so long? You kind of touched on it, but I was curious about that because, as somebody who writes a little bit, I'm like, tell me your tricks.
Yeah. Me and Eric had, I think, a different process than me and Nick have. Me and Nick, because we're such horrible typers, and we hate typing more than anything. We never learned. We still type like this. So it takes us. So we'll do anything to not have to type. So we can have a scene 98% done, and we'll go, no, but we don't know exactly what they say. And then once we have absolutely everything, absolutely 100% done, then we'll go, okay, let's type. But Eric,
and it's painful.
It's really hard.
Our fingers
really hard
hurt
for us. But Eric can type like a normal person, so we are able to write one thing. Like we start it and we're like, yeah, I more or less know what it is. Let's figure it out as we go. and then we come back and just do multiple drafts of it.
The thing that touching on, and this is not really answering Kim's point, but touching on this thing you described. So in the writing process, Matt and I have like a dynamic of Matt's the head writer, I'm the co-writer. So it's been helpful for us in like the way to guide two people moving through this. But as Matt said, I'm a much more prolific typer than Matt, and Matt is very hesitant to get to the typing stage because of his anxiety around typing. So in our early writing process, I'd be on these circular phone conversations with Matt where we go over these scenes multiple times. And I'd say, can we get to the computer, please? And once we finally got there, I would say, look at your computer in this Google Doc, and I'll just type as we're talking. And you can see the typing happen. And Matt was like, wow, this is weird. Just like the words are just coming out like this. And I remember one day on this project, we didn't have a great idea for a scene that we were working on. And you didn't have a lot of time because you had Matt has a personal trainer. And he had a personal trainer. He was like, I don't even know if I can do this scene today. I only have like 45 minutes to write. I said, well, let's just, we don't have to do it verbally. Let's just do it quickly in the Word doc. And Matt was like, what? But I don't know the scene yet. And I was like, let's just try. We'll just throw something together. And we did a really fast thing and we typed it up. And Matt was like, huh, interesting writing process that. And I was like, that's called a rough draft. That's how most people just write a rough draft. But Matt and Nick have this honed, amazing process because they're both such verbal guys, and they're both so prolific in their memories that they don't even. I mean, when we were writing Twisted, the three of us, me, Matt, and Nick, I was always just amazed by we would do like 2-3 hours of talking things out verbally, and I wouldn't remember anything that we said the whole time. And then at the end of it, Matt and Nick would be like, "Okay, here's word for word the scene." As we developed it, you guys just have such great memories, and my memory is horrible. So I have to write everything down. But then the coming back to it later, I think we were also on different timelines, you know, because Matt would take what we wrote together, and then Matt would do a draft of his own. He would do like a revising draft, and then I would go to Clark, and we'd be working on a song that Matt hadn't seen. So there was like multiple timelines happening where Clark and I are working on a song while Matt's doing some rewriting, and then the song comes in, and we try to put it in the scene. Does it work? Okay, let's go back to some other combinations. It was an amazing process. I loved it.
Yeah.
You guys did a great job. You did a great job. Yeah, sometimes when Matt and I write, it's you know, yeah, it is painful. We because Matt and I write when we're walking around, when we're alone. Basically, we made up all of Guy Who Didn't Like Musicals walking around Chicago. And we pretty much could say the entire show before we wrote anything down. So
I do think I'm obviously like there's no one right way to write things, but I always thought that process was interesting, especially with Starkid stuff, because a lot of times when I get auditions for projects from people who are predominantly screenwriters only, where like their whole world is I write and I send off a script, you will read something out loud and go, did you ever say this? Have you ever wrapped your mouth around these words? Because you'll say it and go, do you hear it coming out of my mouth? It doesn't work.
Sometimes that shit makes it all the way to TV.
All the way, yes, exactly.
You'll be watching things and people will be, you'll be like,
who says this? Who says that?
Yeah, like it'll sound cool. You're like on the read, you're like, yeah, that sounds cool and kind of sexy. But then when you say it as the actor, you're like, this doesn't quite.
It's like doesn't. And I've always appreciated that process of like whenever I read material, and I think this was also true with like a lot of these projects that we get to make independently. You can really feel that people have like fleshed it out, and it as an actor, it's like the easiest thing to fall into because you're like, I just have to kind of say it. It's all there, and I think that's a really interesting explanation for something that Kim and I have talked about a lot. Of like when we get auditions for TV stuff, we're like, I don't think these writers are ever saying it out loud.
And why the dialogue that Matt and Nick write is so good. It's like so memorable, quotable. There's just like an unbelievable amount of quotes in the Starkid canon. It's because it survived this process. Where like just my insight into it, because I just did it with these guys like this one time on Twisted, and it's like being in the room where no one. I don't remember there ever being like arguments about should it be this line or this line. It was more like somebody would say a line, and if it was funny and people recognized it as funny, it would be repeated. Like Matt would say something that's funny. Nick would go, well, here's me saying it. to make you laugh at the thing that I tried to say. It wasn't as funny when I said it, but I thought it was funny too.
No, it was funny.
And then sometimes you'd say a line and just nobody repeated it. You're like, okay, I guess that didn't work. It was just
the culling of lines.
And like these lines have to survive this lower pressure, lower level environment of like 2 or 3 people being an audience for each other to then make it to this, place that you're at now today where millions of people know these lines and quote them. It's amazing.
But it's
it's not
bask in the glory of your genius.
Genius. It's just kind of
it's
when you do
it's gone through human process, which I think is really cool.
And like what Matt said in terms of time being a good writer is that there are times when this does backfire on Matt and I, where we will make up a scene, we'll like how it flows, and then we'll go down to write it, and we will not remember exactly how it happened. And so there's probably a better version of every single scene we've ever written that is floating out there in the ether somewhere above Lake Michigan. It's but you tend to remember the good stuff. And
that's
I think
kind of what I was getting at. Like when you do leave something down for a long time, it might cull things for you naturally because you're like, oh, this solid thing stuck to me. And so we know that's going to be in there. So at least the core of it's there. And that actually might be kind of part of the magic for you guys. Anyways.
Yeah, I think you're spot on, Kim. I think that the idea that Tomb Quest had several drafts and had the ability for you guys to have it written, take some time off from it, and come back. I think that it has led to like a really funny, really tight, really a script that moves and doesn't go around in circles. Sometimes when you're writing, you kind of write in circles and things like that. And so that's really the beauty of drafting it, is that you have the opportunity to say, okay, this song or this part actually could be better. Sometimes when you write things too fast, you years later would say, if I could rewrite that again, I would completely remove this element of the story, or I would completely just do this or that, So I think that you guys have done such a wonderful job writing this show.
I was also going to say with the script too, one of the things that stood out to me, because Kim and I just like read it out loud just to really hear it when we first just got the script. Just like, let's just read it. I love theater, but a lot of plays have this very like cerebral, like it's a very Aaron Sorkin kind of energy to it, where it's like Kim said, it's like things are said in such a poetic way. That can be an art form. This has a lot of really grounded stuff in it. Like you said, the game is very fantastic, but the actual characters live in a very real kind of space. But all that interaction, it's dense, but it doesn't feel like overly written. Like, oh my God, here's a monologue. It just flows in a really lovely, organic kind of way. And I was like, God, a lot of plays don't feel like that. A lot of plays feel like I'm reading a play.
Can I dog on plays for 1 second?
Please.
First off, we just hit the 240.
Actually, this is the dogging on plays reward.
Let's dog on plays after we listen to this next song.
I will hold you to that though. I'm dying to hear you dog on plays.
Yeah, I've got some tropes that people only say in plays locked up here. I'm ready. I'm ready for this.
Yeah, plays are something. I have an impression of how plays go.
That's all I was going to do. I was going to say, Nick, do the thing about how a play starts. That's all I was going to say.
Okay, I'm really excited.
It's this famous thing that he does.
It's
so famous to me.
It's not that funny.
No, it is. And it's so famous to me. And then when I saw Nerdy Prudes Must Die, and I was like, I kind of heard about the barbecue monologue segment. I was like, oh, it's going to be like that. But you didn't exactly do the thing that I know that you do. And I was like, I'm going to ask you to do it here later in this stream.
Okay, it's we'll go. It's nobody's gonna think it's that funny.
Wait, just do it now.
It's not for them.
And I also don't really 100% remember it, so you'll have to help me through that. So anyway, we've now unlocked the next song demo. So this song is called The Final Level, and so
This is a good song.
so, the whole thing in Tomb Quest is they are descending down into this tomb where they've done a certain thing that they did, 19 years ago. They made a certain amount of progress, but they never got down into the deepest levels of the dungeon. So they're doing that in this night. They're finally going to finish the game. And this was one of those things that we were talking about in terms of a list song, where they encounter so many evil things in this song. And Allie and I are in the process now of going, okay, what are we going to show? How are we going to show all this stuff? We're kind of really taking advantage of the fact that it takes place in a basement. So you can put anything you want in a basement. You can put all kinds of junk in a basement. You can put Rex clothes. You can put Halloween decorations. You can put whatever you want in this basement. And it's going to kind of exist in this space that's like half imagining, half like stuff with the basement, this kind of surreal time, the surreal kind of seeing stuff and imagining it at the same time. But let's listen to this short clip from the song The Final Level. Here we go.
Yeah, you come upon an underground wedding reception. Save your dice, no need to roll perception. It's instantly apparent it's an evil wedding. How? The bride's eating the pastor that the groom's beheading. Cannibal cultists, you got that right.
Sneak away, but it's my wedding night. You bust in here with no RSVP, but at least you brought gifts.
How many do we see?
150 invited, 130 attended, plus 4 crashers soon to be apprehended, then beheaded by my hubby and me.
There's only one thing left to do. Flee!
Flee! Ah!
Flee!
Ah!
Run for your lives! From manicured claws and foaming jaws, it'd be a miracle if anyone survives. Flee, motherfuckers! Flee, motherfuckers! Cannibals gather here to revel, and they turn their priest into the wedding feast. Welcome to the final level.
All right, there's a little bit from the Final Level. So this is going to be one of those moments where it's kind of like Gary, who is the game master, is describing all of these things that they see and being these characters at the same time. So it's going to be the fun of seeing AJ in some way. He's describing this cannibal wedding. He becomes the cannibal bride for a second. And this is one of like 20 things that's mentioned in this song that we have not played the whole thing. But,
At this part of the show, Gary's kind of a little bit upset with them and is kind of throwing everything at them, and they're like, he's trying to kill us. He doesn't care if the game comes to a satisfying end. He's just trying to kill us. And so he's throwing everything at him. So it should be some fun.
Really fun. There's a lot of really funny jokes in that.
This was fun to write. The original Matt and Eric suggested for this song, like, think of Tenacious D, and that was a helpful starting point for me. But then I landed on something that I think is like, what do they call that genre? Like new metal? Like Limp Bizkit. Which I was never a Limp Bizkit fan, but I'm recognizing, okay, it's sort of like a heavy metal song with rap. I'm doing like a Fred
System
Durst.
of the Down.
But it's what came out. I won't apologize for it.
I love it.
It's great.
It's a real like rockin' song.
Yeah.
And it's unlike anything that you've written, Clark.
Yeah.
I mean, you've written such a wide variety of music in your life. I don't think you've ever written anything like that.
No, I guess not. I guess.
Do you feel like you like? Are you kind of like, I want to write more of that?
Yeah.
I don't know.
You got the
This is
itch.
the turning point.
Is this
I
a
don't know
turning
if I
point
can
in
play
Kurt's
that
career?
place
Where
again. It took a lot out of me.
Yeah.
it was too dark. That was the
Yeah.
darkest this show ever. That was where Clark went emotionally when writing this song.
So that's one of the more kind of evil sounding villainous songs of the show. And so there's a nice variety of everything. Again, we're not going in short order, so that you'll just have to wait to see the show to see where that actually comes in. And then let's set another goal for the next song to unlock. So we've got 3 more demos to unlock within the next hour. Let's see if we can do it. So this next one, let's do it at 241,000. So right now we're currently at $240,020. So we're a little less than $1,000 away from the next one. So now is a good time if you're able to and interested. You can get in there and you can donate to the campaign. You can up your pledge if you want to. Let's take a look at where we are right now. So here we're at $240,020. And let's go through these rewards again really quick. So at $5, you can get your name in the credits of the YouTube version of the show. For $20, you can get the name in the credits plus the behind the scenes featurette that is going to be made about the making of the show. For $50, you can get those things plus the demo album. So all the demos, the full versions of all the demos we've been playing today, every song from the show, plus some songs that are not going to be in the final show. So that'll be an interesting thing. $75 gets you all of that plus early access to ticket sales. So if you're planning to come see the show live, you can donate at this tier and you'll get access first access to those ticket sales. At $100, it's everything plus the show poster with art by Nicole Rodriguez. It's some awesome work, kind of inspired by things like the Hero Quest box and things like that. Then for $150, you get all of that plus the show sticker set with some of the characters, including Terrazon, the bad guy, some of the monsters, and Melanor and Boner Lord from the show. And then for $200, you get all of that plus the sweatshirt, super comfy, cozy, art by Jen Lang, our sister. And so it's a really cool shirt. And then for $300, you get all of that plus the special Terrazon figurine that we're having made by U2s. This is going to be like a little statue that you can have. I'm really excited for that one. And then for $600, you can get all of that plus the VIP ticket package, which is 2 VIP tickets to the show. Looks like there's about 200 left of that package. So if you're planning to come see the show now and you want to make sure you get the tickets, you can get that VIP ticket package. And I think that's pretty much all we've got left at this point. So so that's where we are, and we're about $1,000 away from the next unlockable. So if you want to hear that next song, get on there. The next song I think is the song that you guys were thinking we were going to play when we were doing Blood Oath. So so this it's another Kevin heavy.
Okay.
So
this song is really fun too.
It's a super fun
Nick.
song. Yeah.
Can you do your impression now?
And you got to make yourself big because I'm going to clip this later just for my own self. So make yourself big, please.
But this is something that I don't actually know that I remember what everyone else remembers because I don't think it's that funny.
Have other people asked you to do this? Who's asked you to do this?
Other people have asked me to do this where like Will Branner is like, Nick, I heard you do an impression of what a play is like or how a play
How do Will know that?
And I don't know. Will heard about
famous,
it.
It's
famous. I'm telling you, it's a famous impression.
Well, don't put him on the spot.
Yeah, this is I don't want to do it.
You don't have to do it.
If basically the whole idea is that every play starts with a guy and he's sitting on the stage and he's reading something like this. And then a woman enters frantically, going, she's kind of frantically pacing about the stage, and the guy's not paying attention. And then she goes, "Have you seen my bag?" And then he goes, "What's that?" "My bag. Have you seen my bag?" And he says, "Your bag. I think I saw it in the other room." And then he's reading, and then she walks off the stage and comes. That's really all it is. It's just saying that every play starts with a man on stage reading something, and then a woman coming in looking for her bag. And
it's like an attempt to seem natural.
Yeah.
If you've done theater ever, you know what this is. This is like this attempt to do a slice of life where it's like, wouldn't it be so interesting if we took the most boring moment, regular life, but lit it under 10,000 watts of lights, mic'd up the actors, and they didn't say anything, and you just heard a newspaper turn, and that's what 1,000 people in the theater are hearing. The most normal thing in the world. That's revolutionary theater.
Yeah.
Maybe that was good one time in 1952. I'm pretty sure that every play does that. Especially if you're in high school doing plays, because you're doing these older plays.
That's like the start of like Edward Albee. That's like the start of At Home at the
William
Zoo.
Saroy.
It's the start of You Can't Take It With You. It's the start of so many things.
It's also usually a 20-year-old with like sprayed on gray makeup and a fake mustache,
which I
and
find
like a really
so
bad
charming.
wig. Yeah,
I would so much rather see that play done by a 16-year-old wearing a gray wig than a real guy with gray hair.
What's the
going, "Have you seen my bag?"
What's the oldest character everyone's ever played on? The biggest gap of a character everyone's played.
80 years old. I always play 80 years old people.
Yes, I always got cast as the old man, and I was always the sick old man. So it's like, this is the thing that I used to do, is that I was once in a play where I played an old man, and I was dying, and they fed me soup, and I was like,
"Who was your guy in As You
eat the soup?" Yeah, and people would feed me soup. Yeah.
Who was it? Were you no, you weren't in As You Like It, because you weren't.
It was as no,
that was As You Like It.
No, As You Like It.
Because Nick was a part that like didn't matter at all in the story. But then Act 1's closer revolved completely around him getting sick. And the main and the stage picture, this is so famous to me. The stage picture was like 35 of my young actor friends. And I wasn't in the place, I was watching it. 35 of people that I love. They're all around Nick, who has not spoken in the play. But
I have one scene.
He's in like a tuxedo because it's like a butler or something. And he's like, "Oh, I'm so sick." And my other friend, John Jarbo, went, "Oh," and he's like the lead in the play, I guess.
Yeah.
And the point of the scene was how great John Jarbo was for caring about this old, weird man. And he took a spoon and he put it in Nick's mouth. And Nick did this thing that I can picture it so well. Nick went like,
Yeah, just look
like he had this
like a sickly old man looking up at this man with such affection and love, because my job was to say, this guy's cool, I'm not cool, this guy's cool. So yeah, I was looking at him with Adam, the old man who's dying in As You Like It, and the main character carried me on. I got carried around a lot because I'm kind of small, so and I was like weird looking, so I never got cast as the lead or anything. I was always the old man. That's what you do with the weird looking kids, and when you're in high school or college, you always get cast as the old man.
Well, you got to be Puck. You got to be Puck too. They were like,
that's the one role that the weird kids can play Puck in Midsummer. So I got to do that, and then it's the old man after that. You can either be Puck or an old man.
See, okay, not to completely destroy the illusion, but when I got to see Midsummer,
were you Puck?
Oh no, wait, it wasn't Puck. I'm sorry. It was Bottom. They made him cool. It was Allie Brown, and she entered on a skateboard. And I was like, oh my God, they made this guy so cool. But it wasn't
Bottom.
So I'm sorry.
Bottom's cool. Bottom gets to have sex with a fairy queen. He is a sweet story.
Yeah, he was cool. Sorry.
Yeah. We're only $200 away from the next goal. So, so there you go. And we've got 50 minutes to unlock the rest of these songs. So we've got 3 more to unlock. So now's the time. If you've been on the fence and you've been saying, I might want to see the show, but they better do an impression of a player first. So now's the time. Get on there and get to it. So anybody else want to dog on plays for a
in high
little
school?
bit?
I played the dad in Doubt. Not Doubt. Proof.
Proof. Yeah, the
Corey,
old
you
dad and
talk.
Proof.
Corey.
Proof.
No, I'm like, everything is lagging. Like my camera's lagging. I think my audio's lagging. But I gotta go, guys. I gotta go to bed. I'm sorry. I'm fading so fast.
Good
Love you,
night.
Corey. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you so much for being here.
Of course.
I played Otto Frank in the Diary of Anne Frank, where the opening is I come on stage and I'm like taking in the pain of everything I've suffered through.
That's really
Wow.
sad.
And I was
really
15 when I did that, and it was like every night it was the like gray streaks of hair, and the opening of the play was me walking around haggard and like touching things on the set, remembering the memory, the pain, and
that is the thing, is that in high school
for
in high school they have all these 15-year-olds being in things like Diary of Anne Frank or To Kill a Mockingbird or things like that are like so heavy that the kids clearly don't fully grasp the weight and the importance of what the story is about. And
they're just trying to find a movie adaptation, and they're trying to do it as good as that.
Yeah. But I think even To Kill a Mockingbird starts with Atticus sitting there reading a book, and then a scout coming on and going like,
"Where's my dad?
See my stick, Dad?" And it's always, and the guy always goes like, "What's that?" He's never paying attention at first. He's got to go, "What's that?"
God.
And then they go, "My stick. Have you seen it?" And he goes, I'm not so sure. That's every play. That's how
John just said in the chat that he saw a high school production of Parade, and we did Parade in high school too, which is just
so heavy. That's such a heavy show.
And like there was like, you know, a school, like a county-wide like theater awards thing. Did you guys have like theater award, like local theater awards?
Yeah.
So
Where, like
Leon,
the high
right?
schools were competing, and we had this thing, and I wasn't in this show. I was like the tech director for some fucking reason. I don't know what I was doing in the show, but there was like a whole thing in the show, you know, where it's like they hang a guy at the end of the show, and like
responsible for making sure that person
they had
didn't
like
die.
built a rig and done all this stuff, and like for some reason, whatever night the night that like the Cappies is what it was called, when the Cappies people came to see the show, something got messed up and he didn't hang, and he like like the hanging function didn't work. It's like something where it's like he literally had to like get on his tippy toes and go, and like
it's a happy ending then.
it was a
if
little
he
bit,
didn't, that's really sad.
he died, but the function didn't work, and our director came back to me at the end of the show and goes, well, that just cost us the Cappy. And
Like a waiting for Guffman moment.
It was
Oh my
a true waiting
God.
for government moment of like, because
Wow.
we didn't hang a high schooler.
Wow,
In front of a series of judges.
that's terrible. That's
It was
terrible.
crazy.
Yeah.
Can I ask?
Really
Did
Yeah.
it cost you guys the Cappies?
You bet it did.
He's right.
They wanted
He's
to
right.
see. They wanted a real elaborate hanging.
They wanted that in.
Also, it's just like that's a show where it's like most shows, you know, where you go, if you don't have the right amount of people to play various different roles, just don't do it.
Just don't do it.
Yeah.
And
and-
we didn't do that.
I wonder if this is a relic of when we were in school. Like, does this happen with high schoolers nowadays?
Yeah.
I feel like maybe nowadays they have the good sense not to have high schoolers do shows like these.
No, I don't
But
think they
back
do.
when we were kids, it was just Anything
did-
goes, man.
We did Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf in community college, and it was 19-year-olds. So
Wow.
that was not that long ago. I mean,
Yeah.
it was,
Wow.
you know,
Wow.
And you did
Yeah.
Laramie Project, Kurt. You did Laramie Project. Really
Laramie
young.
Project.
Yeah, I saw
I mean,
some
that-
people in the chat did Laramie Project
Yeah,
in my
that was my
school.
first
That's
college
really
show.
sad and terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I think there's more plays now, musicals too, available for licensing for high school that are like, hey, it's Les Mis, and it really is Les Mis. It's just shorter, so your high
Yeah.
school can do it, and it's not gonna be 3 hours. So like,
Yeah.
if your high school wants to take it on, you can. But I feel like the abilities and technical abilities and trust
And the
abilities,
diversity
of every high
you
school
know,
is
it's like
super
that's-
different. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, it's like everyone did a West Side where it's like, and we're gonna put spray tan
Yeah.
on all the boys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You're like,
at a theater camp, we did a portion of West Side, and we did Once on This Island, which
Yes.
is
My high
should
school
not
did
be
Once on
Which
This
is
Island too.
not
a
be
show
done
that's
by us.
explicitly about race, and we just just did not mention any of that at all.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
not
yeah.
something to do. But we just surpassed the goal. We've now got $241,055. So
It's the
Wow.
theater talk.
we're going to the
Amazing.
Cappies.
The
Theater
talk.
kid talk.
So
We're going to the Cappy.
yeah, can Toon Quest win a Cappy?
Yes.
Are ours.
So we've unlocked the next number, and this next number is another Kevin heavy number. And this was what we were talking about before, where originally this was not in an earlier draft, and this song kind of got rewritten to become this song. And this is about Kevin singing about his favorite aspect of the game that they're playing, which is looting. So
they've just killed their first big monster. And again, the original one we had was called Level Up, and it was about the process of leveling up your character, which is a little esoteric. And it wasn't working as great as the other songs. And then we came to this concept of what's something else they could be doing that's a celebratory thing in a game after you beat a big bad guy. And we came to this.
So here it is. This is looting.
Here on the floor before us lies a legendary creature. I roll the dice and cut a slice to find out what's inside. Guts can be sold for tons of gold at the next illegal dealer. And all it took was taking a look inside this thing that died. I'm looking for a treasure chest. I'm looking for a mithril vest. I'm looking for a set of troll gut strings. With our perception rolls combined, please tell us, Gary, what we find. Yes, okay, you find all of those things. Judging, looting. My favorite hobby looting is killing somebody, looting. Then looting their body. Looting, 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 looting. That's part of adventure. Looting. You can loot whoever. Looting. I could be a professor of looting, 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 looting time. It's looting time. Okay, Lucian, let's hear you put those strings to work. Loot solo. Loot. 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 A dead body with an open throat. In his pocket there's a bloodstained note. I'll read it now if you'd like to go that route. Dearest Elizabeth, Gary, let us stop you there. We assure you we don't fucking care. Fine, he's got a +3 armor suit. Great, more loot. Looting. You can loot from bad guys. Looting. You can loot from allies. Looting. Every corpse a surprise. Looting, 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 looting. So much to delight in. Looting. Never know what's hiding. Looting. In the clothes they died in. Looting, looting, looting. Looting time. Looting time, yeah. Looting time. Looting time, yeah. Looting, 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 looting. The best part of Quested.
Excellent.
Oh,
Excellent.
God damn,
The
that
looting
song's so
song.
good. That's a new. I haven't heard that demo. There's like
It's
a lot of
new.
new stuff in there. Ooh,
It's new demo.
it's good.
I'm learning that solo right now.
So that's where
That's what we're
Lucian
doing.
is
On the
supposed to
loot.
loot.
That's where the loot needs to happen. God, it's such a good song. It's
Yeah.
such a fun-
Yeah, I love that song. I think it's so much fun. And yes, people are all in the chat talking about that part when Gary is getting into this note that they find of like,
that's my favorite,
there's a
one of my
note
favorite
in
lines
here, and then they go, we don't care about that, we want the loot. And so I think
Gary,
that's
let us
fun.
stop you there. We assure you we don't fucking
We don't
care.
fucking
This is one of my
care.
favorite lyrics of the whole show.
Such a great
Yeah, that's one of Gary's pet peeves, is that he's putting all of this
All this effort.
attention and detail into all the side
We don't give a shit.
characters, going like trying to get
don't
them
give a
to
shit.
notice like, oh, my locket is so heavy. Like, and trying
Would you like to roll a perception roll to open it and see if something's inside?
No,
I'm just gonna sell it for 20 gold.
no, let's just kill her and take it.
Yeah.
So
One thing that I love about D&D, so when I play D&D, I am predominantly a dungeon master, and I played the most D&D in my life with kids. The kids in my family, I'll be their DM, and I'll take them on an adventure. And when you're playing D&D as a player character, you can't say what's happening in the world, but players, and especially child players, will imply to you what they'd like to have happen in the world. And if you're a good DM, you can kind of give it to them. And so that's what a lot of this song's about, where they're saying like, well, I'm looking for this. I'm rolling perception to see if I can find a mithril vest that will complete my suit. And you go, okay, yeah, you find that. Great. But then the DM's like, all right, can I have something now where I do some environmental storytelling here? So, oh, there's a note. Let me read it for you. Oh, he's got a girlfriend. And they just say, fuck you. We don't want to hear that. We're not going down this road with you.
Yeah.
all right.
So there you go. That was looting. We've got two more demos to do, and we've got 40 more minutes left. So the next one we'll do at $242,000. So that's in a little less than $1,000. Let's see what we can do. If you haven't backed the campaign yet, now's the perfect time to do it. Go and check it out. The next demo that we're going to unlock has a lot to do with Melanie's character. So do we want to talk a little bit about Melanie, the character of Melanie that Kim Whalen is going to be playing?
Yeah. Again, I don't know what Joey said. I don't know what I'm allowed to reveal, so I'll be kind of vague about.
Well, what are you
things,
excited about in terms of playing the character? Is there anything that you relate to with her? What
I relate
draws
to
you
her
this character?
way too much. I relate to her way too much. Yeah, I mean, she's an actress. Obviously, I'm an actress. So this obviously we're right there. She's really excited about this game. I think I said this in my interview, but I think she's definitely she's got the theater kid energy. She's the most excited of like the players to be playing. And I think she's like the most encouraging, and maybe I don't want to overstep, but I feel like she's, still friends with everybody pretty well. Like she's tried probably most of everybody. And I think she's put a lot of trust in people over the years and has dealt with a lot of betrayal in multiple ways. And so she's got a lot going on that she's bringing into the game that she definitely needs to work through, and she gets to. And as she plays Melanor, because Melanor is this incredibly powerful character, Holy Knight, has a giant hammer, which is so cool. So it I feel like she gets to step into this power in the game that maybe she doesn't feel like she has in the real world. She maybe doesn't let on, but she's had a lot of stuff going on. So it's really cool to kind of see that dynamic as she goes into the world. And as someone who's, aged, like we all have, it's interesting to see where she's gone from the, childhood Melanie in the game versus adult Melanie in the game.
Yeah.
I'm excited to see that. And excited for people to see all of their transitions throughout the game and see how they grow and learn and who they kind of discover about themselves by the end of the game.
Yeah. Melanie is definitely the theater kid, I think she was the last one to come into the group. She is, and I think she is like the one that made everything click into place. Like, I think that the group kind of played all sorts of different games, but when Melanie came in to play Tomb Quest, I think she is the first one that came in, and they were probably very skeptical of her at first because she's this theater kid. They're all kind of nerds. They're like, what's this? I think probably Kevin brought her in. I think maybe Kevin and her were friends. And then he brought her in and was like, she's a great actress. I like have drama class with her or something. And I think that she came into play. They're all looking at her like she's a tourist. Like, what's she doing here? But then, and they're like, okay, tell us a little bit about your character. But then when I think she got up and started in character with a voice saying, I'm Melanor Truesteel, I'm this, that, I think all their eyes went and opened, and they went, the characters can talk. And I think that they all went, oh my God. And they all kind of started jumping in. And I think that they had just an incredible first session with her. And then afterwards it became one of the games they played to the game they played.
We had to step it up and like bring in that kind of prep that she was bringing. Yeah,
theater kid bar.
Yeah.
I think she very much upped the game for everybody.
Yeah,
I love it.
We made up giant backstories for all the characters, and only the smallest kind of slice ended up fitting in the show. So because, you know, these shows are just not that long, and we specifically wanted this one to be a pretty breezy show. I had the Guy Who Didn't Like Musicals script next to me, and I was always checking how long it was, and I was like, I don't want this show to be longer than Guy Who Didn't Like Musicals. It's not allowed to be longer than Guy Who Didn't like Musicals. So a lot, it's you don't have time for a lot. So a lot of Melanie's, so we made up just so much stuff. And then in the show, you get little hints of it. And, but
I love that she's a holy knight. I love her armor. I love all of it. So cool.
She's a very optimistic kid, but then goes through a lot in life that kind of,
I mean, you could talk about Matt, like, so she's somebody who's been on like a fertility journey, like myself and most of my close friends and family, we're all dealing with this to different levels where we're working on our, you know, reproductive lives, and there's different challenges that different people have. And Melanie is she's kind of inspired by a lot of the people we know, including ourselves, and the challenges that people have had around fertility and reproduction. And that's part of like the pain that she brings into this play. And it's not revealed immediately. It's something that comes out later, really. I think in the beginning of Act 2 is when this kind of comes out. And when we talk about the show being about characters that have the most important night of their lives, where all of these pains and challenges somehow come to a head in this night, that also comes to a head within this play. Melanie's desire to be part of a family.
Yeah.
There you go. I think Melanie's great. It's like she's been described as kind of the heart of the show, the kind of the character who, yes, she comes in and she really plays the role of the character, and it's that talk of like merging when the theater kids came into like D&D and kind of changed how the game is played. And there's even a part where Sammy, who's Lauren's character, is frustrated by all the role playing and goes, do you guys remember when this was a game about rolling dice? And so I think that's really fun.
We wanted to touch on that whole element of D&D and role playing, and Tomb Quest was totally for nerds, and then Melanie represents the performer theater kid creeping into the territory, and the nerds feeling very Sammy particularly, she does not
They're
like
very
it. Sammy is not.
Yeah.
Sammy is very threatened. She's very introverted. She's not comfortable at all with the role play.
Yeah.
But nerds is an affectionate thing where it's like a lot of the people get so much out of role-playing games. So like Sammy's an artist. So her primary enjoyment of the game, the Lauren's character, was drawing the monsters that they face and like talking to Gary about the world, creating visual inspiration. There's storytelling in the game, Gary being a writer. And there's this idea of an actress coming in it just shows you what a rich world role-playing is.
It's another kind of art that is getting that is kind of filling out what this is.
I also love the gamut of, like you said, what different people get from the art of like making something together.
Totally.
And it's not a one size fits all. It's like everybody is getting something very different out of the process of going through this adventure together. And I think you guys have painted that really beautifully. And I feel like, at least I was struck by Melanie, like how much care she like brings to preserving the heart of the characters, where, you know, Gary's more like the story, the game that I've built. And then,
the master plan.
Yeah. It's like, everyone's like, no, they bring their own thing. They're like, no, this is the most important piece, but all that together is what makes the whole game special.
And at I Like Crispy Bacon, what does Kevin bring to it? He's the producer. He brings the house. Okay, he brings the house. Sometimes you need a place to go.
Of the whole thing.
There's got to be someone who goes, come here, come do it here. I'll bring the pizza.
But
I do have to. I'm gonna head out because I'm getting a little sleepy.
Okay,
Joey, you
go
go get some rest. Thank you for being here. Thank you.
This is so
love you.
seeing everyone. I love you guys. I can't wait to do this show. Thank you to everyone who's been back and doing this. It's just great. It's great.
Yeah.
It's amazing. It's genuinely amazing. And when I wake up tomorrow, fully funded, right?
Hopefully.
There's only it's like a little over 30 to go.
It's close. It's unbelievable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I want to. Yeah. It's gonna be great. I'm so excited about the show. I'm excited to work and hang with all of you guys. I love you.
Yeah. Love you too, buddy.
Wow.
Love you too,
Have a great
Joey.
night.
Bye.
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 Oh, I gotta leave it open.
Huh?
What?
Wait.
Yeah, we're gonna
Are
watch
you
you
sure you
sleep.
still wanna
Now we're just gonna watch Joey start living regular life.
Don't worry about
it. I just
Yeah,
go, okay, and I get.
Puts on a stocking cap.
And I hang upside down like fucking a bat. Okay, I'm trying to see. Are you? It's just asking me if you want to leave an open uploads page.
Yeah, don't worry about that.
Okay,
Don't worry
sounds
about
good.
that.
Peace and
All right. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye. What Joey's talking about is, as you leave the streaming software that we're using, it asks you if you want to download the thing that got recorded, and no, you don't need to. This is going directly into YouTube, so YouTube is recording everything that we're doing. So so we've got about 30 minutes left in this stream. We've got 2 more demos to unlock. We're unlocking this first demo at 242,000. So we're about $930 away from it. So and this next song is, I would say, a little bit more of a sentimental one. You know, we're kind of going through the gambit of everything. Again, not super in show order, but this next one is kind of more of a contemplative and emotional one. So if you guys want to hear this song, get on there. Now's a good time to up your pledge if you are able to, or if you have been watching and you've been on the fence about pledging, and now's a good time to do it. We can kind of go through these rewards again one more really quick time. For $5, you can get your name in the credits. For $20, you can get your name in the credits plus the behind the scenes featurette. We're going to be documenting the making of this show, so you can see that. For $50, you can get all of that plus the demo album. So all the demos that we've been playing, you'll hear the full versions of these songs. This is the only way you're going to be able to get the demo album. We usually, we're not going to include these in the show album or anything like that. And you're going to be able to hear songs that didn't even end up in the final show. So that's for $50. For $75, you get all of that plus early access to ticket sales. So if you want to come see the show live, this is a way to get yourself first in line to get those tickets. For $100, you can get all that plus the show poster with art by Nicole Rodriguez, really beautiful poster. For $150, you get all of that plus the sticker set, again with art by Nicole Rodriguez, amazing art with the characters from the show. For $200, you get all of that plus the sweatshirt that we've got going for the show with art by Jen Lang, and it's a really cool, comfortable sweatshirt. For $300, you get all that plus the Terrazon figurine that we're having made, Terrazon being the main villain of Tomb Quest, so you can go get that. I'm really excited about that reward. I want to get one of those myself. And then for $600, you can get all that plus 2 VIP tickets to the show. So that's the VIP package. And it looks like there's still about 200 of those packages left. So that's the only way right now to make sure that you get those tickets. It's pretty good because you're going to get VIP tickets to the show and you get all of those rewards. So it's actually really good value, honestly. So those are the rewards that we've got. So if you've been, now's the time to go in and donate. We're a little less than $800 away from that next goal. So let's see if we can unlock these 2 songs before the end of the stream. So we talked a little bit about Melanie, and Melanie also has kind of a relationship with the last character that we haven't talked about, which is Luke, played by Kurt Mega. Kurt, what are you excited about with playing Luke, and can you tell us a little bit about who he is and his situation?
So the thing I connected to the most is just kind of left off the page that I just personally, in many ways, Kim was saying how much she related to Melanie. For me, Luke was like, I had this epiphany recently where I overthink everything. Everything I say, everything I do, every conversation I have, immediately after I go, did I say something? Like I'm always in my head. The only time that I'm not is when I'm on stage and when I'm playing a character. And I feel so free. Like when I'm on stage, I feel it's like a weird thing. I always tell Kim, it's like I feel like it's my superpower where I feel a complete confidence, not because I think I'm awesome. I just don't overthink anything I'm doing. I just sort of act on impulse. It's the one place in my life that I feel
because you're not you in a way.
Yes, yes, exactly. In fact, in my real life, I've tried in recent times to start being like the things that I need to do that kind of freak me out and scare me. I'm going to be this guy who does this thing because of myself. Sometimes I feel, I have a real OCD kind of perfectionism to the way I move through the world. And I think Luke is that really left off the page for me in that way, where he is in real life. He feels deeply. He wants to express things. But it doesn't always come out right. He doesn't know what to say over. But as Lucian Heartstring, he just acts on his heart, on his passion, and he's just free. He's like completely free in the game. And then that overlap of the two of them, especially with Luke and Melanie, and they had maybe sort of a connection many years ago, and they've gone in their separate directions. And Luke has been married. Melanie is a different, so they've been very separate, and there's this possibility of connection. And I love that, he has a hard time expressing that as himself, but as Lucian, he's just able to just say what he feels. But then there's always the wait, are we doing this for real? Am I am I opening up to you for real, or is it the character? And I love that. And I was in an acting masterclass workshop about a year ago where the teacher made me stop, and he was like, I want you to do this scene like you're doing musical theater. Nobody in the class knew that I did musical theater. It was a very serious film class, and I was like, oh no, I don't want them to know this. This is like, that's not this. And he's like, no, just do it. I just want to see what happens. And I did it, and everybody was like, and he goes, where was that? That was the most free and fun I've seen you have. And I was like, yeah, it's kind of this thing I do. And he was like, do that. And it was like this moment where I went, oh, I can just have as much fun anywhere as I do on stage. So that experience and then reading the script kind of leapt out to me. So that's what I love about Luke. And I love the way you guys have written him in that way.
Absolutely.
I love that.
Yeah.
I think if I can be so bold, and this is not like I'm pulling the whole character from you, but I think when Matt and I were talking about this, we thought about Nick a little bit. Nick is definitely the best actor I know. But you have like a specific, yes, you don't do that again because you're great. But there's a specific thing that Nick doesn't curse in life, but on stage he's comfortable doing it, and this has always been like another interesting thing about that. And so you brought it up, Nick. You said you're not yourself. Like there is something about that, and we pulled that in. We talked about you and thought about you in this character in this script.
I think about that. Kurt, I think you've hit on something that I think a lot of actors feel. Like I've talked to Lauren Lopez, who can't be on these streams really because she's incredibly busy right now directing The Guy Who Didn't Like Musicals over in London, but she has talked a lot about how she feels very free when she is acting. So because there is something about like it's almost like you're wearing a mask, you know? It's like you become in some way free to do things that you're afraid to do when you're not doing that. And I love that about Luke, that Luke is kind of this character who in some ways is repressed and anxious and self-conscious about a lot of stuff, but then the character that he plays in there is Lucian Heartstring, who's kind of like this like dashing bard sword fighter, kind of like Inigo Montoya from Princess Bride. And he's got he's able to be the guy that he wishes he could be. You know, there's this quote from Mel Blanc about the Looney Tunes, and he goes, Bugs is who we want to be, but Daffy is who we are. And so I think that, the idea that, Luke wants to be more like Lucian. He wants to be brave. He wants to be able to express his feelings, to, open himself up. So I think that's a really beautiful thing about that character.
And he's had a lot of heartbreak too. And I think I want to pick you guys about backstory stuff, but my take was like a lot of things he wished he had said or done differently that he just couldn't find it. And he's had time to try to process a bit. And I think this night represents the chance for him to go, no, you know what? I am going to say the things that I sometimes shy away from. I am going to, for me in my real life, this often is like, I am going to send that email. I am going to like reach out to that person. I like a lot of times I feel like there's things that I know I should do that would be proactive, but then I'm like, oh, but I don't want to write. I feel that a lot. And there's some people I see that move through the world. They're just like, I just went up to this guy and I said, you should let me direct a movie. And now I go, wow, you just did that. Like sometimes I don't quite, I don't know where that comes from, how I was raised. I don't know, but I really love that this night represents him bringing Lucian more into his real life. And he also has like a daughter, and I think he loves her so much, and that gives him sort of a childlike sort of connection that he has with her. And he's very playful and he's very sweet. I don't know. I love the character. I'm so excited to get to play him.
Yeah, it's kind of like all these characters in the show are people who have lost something along the way. Like they had this connection. We hit the goal.
Hey.
So awesome. So the next song that we're going to be playing is a song called At the End of the Quest. And it's kind of like a questioning song of they've kind of all come back together to reconnect, to play this game again. And but you know, what is going to happen after this game is done? You know, this night that changed their lives, they're all going to go back to their lives. What's going to happen going forward from here? So here is a song called At the End of the Quest. Here we go.
My friends, here we are at last. Our journey's almost done. We stand before the door to our final test. But once that final die is cast and our songs have all been sung, what will life be like at the end of the quest? We know what lies behind this door, but who knows what all lies in store beyond it? Do new adventures come to be, or do we die right after we rebonded? At the end of the quest, the end of adventure, we'll all be addressed. Will we be together? Will there be closure? Will the party be over? What comes next is anyone's guess. At the end of the quest, Semestracies are bed divine, where she'll sleep for 1,000 years. Boner Lord the First will be so impressed, my dad, surrounded by my concubines and the finest wines and beers. That glorious fate awaits at the end of the quest. Is there a way to save my heart, or is it doomed to blow apart inside me? Are we about to be done in, or will I live to see some kin beside me? At the end of the quest, will there be tomorrow? Will we feel blessed? Will we feel sorrow? Will gods be gracious? I'll be so famous, I'll have sweet, magnificent rest at the end of the quest.
Oh,
there you go. A little taste of
Crying.
Clark, you're so good at writing things that elicit emotional response that don't feel like manipulative. Do you know what I mean?
Yes,
Like there's
very
some songs
true.
where you're like, oh, is this the sad song? And it's actually like there's like a beauty and like a yearning and a longing that I love that comes off in your music. That's just like really chill.
Well, it's just so
but it's so
layered,
moving.
you know.
Yeah.
The thing of it
Thank
is so
you.
layered. So
I
it's
think
lovely.
a lot of it, to get really nerdy about it, is that you have such an interesting, you use like leaps, like chromatic, like you don't do stepwise motion. You really take big, interesting, like you'll go down like a minor sixth. And the space between those notes often feels like yearning. And like when it's like an unusual, like an octave sounds right, but then like, and even like a fifth will sound kind of right. But then like if it's like something minor or something unusual, it like evokes a feeling of unfinishedness or uncompleteness, like if you go up a tritone or down a tritone. And so like there's like literal like tension and wanting for completeness to like into the music, and then you get great lyrics on top of it, and it's like you have such a great skill with
It's
so
thank
cool.
you. I love that you said that so beautifully. I mean, I don't feel like I can take credit for it, but I love the way you were describing that. I feel like I do a lot of I do a lot of stepwise motion and melodies, but it is also something I try to fight against, because I think intervals, skips, are when melodies can really shine and become more memorable. Like soaring melodies, you want those jumps, jumping higher or lower. And I think it's crucial for a melody to have that. I think it's less common today than it used to be. It's more common in music to have like repeated same note or stepwise motion. So it is something I think about.
It's so interesting hearing you, Ali, point that out, because I remember like even during VHS, like listening to the demo for Be the Light, I would just be like, I'm crying. Why? I don't understand. Like, because it's the sentiment is not just depressing, sad. It's the feel of it. I don't know. It touches on something. I don't know what it is, but maybe Ali, you as a musician were able to explain something a lot more than I have the.
It's just really cool. It's like all the feeling is baked into the music.
Yes.
It never feels like music and lyric are at odds with each other. It's like what you want to say is already being said, and then you get to say it on top of it.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I had that same feeling when we were listening to demos, like learning things for. Like it was like, hey, you guys should come to rehearsals for Christmas carols. Pretty off book if you can. We're gonna go do this really fast. And so I remember listening. I was like walking around New York City listening to Grandma Land for the first time, and I had to pause because it was making me too emotional. Not even because of the character, but because of the doo doo doo. And I was like, that was so crazy and unexpected, and it like felt like. Oh, I don't know. I'm having a hard time putting it into words. But like there was just something about that melody line being so unexpected that I was like, I actually don't think I'm ready to listen to this in public. Like I like turned the song off and I was like, I'm gonna learn a different song instead. It's just so beautiful. It's like the safety is built into that melody line, but it's also a little unusual and a little spooky. So like you just like nailed it in such a, I don't know. It's just like great holistic storytelling in the songs.
Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, if you're wondering what the tone of the show is, it's you can really feel it in this music here. It's fun, it's funny, but it's also heartfelt and genuine, and yeah, a little bit of tears going in this one. So this one is again like a departure from some of the things we've done over the past few years, which are more like here's a horror comedy or here's a revenge fairy tale or something like that. This one is much more of like friendship and genuine connection and very human. So we've got about 8 minutes left in this campaign. In this not the campaign, but the stream.
We had one more song, and I would love to end with this last song because it's the villain song. It's when Terrazon comes into it.
Yeah, this is the song when they meet Terrazon. So let's put the goal at 242,500. So let's see if we can get about $464 in the next 10 minutes. So if you've been on the fence and you want to hear this villain song where Terrazon is coming into the show, where they meet Terrazon after 19 years of trying to get to him, you can hear that now. So again, now is a great time to get on there, back the campaign. We're currently at 3,372 backers, which is incredible. We're at $242,000 and $39. So we're doing really well. If you've already backed the campaign, if about like a sixth of the campaign backers, a fifth or sixth of the campaign backers go and up their pledge by $1, you'll get to that next goal in the next few moments. And Matt, you were saying this is your favorite song.
I really, really like this song. I also like this. I think this is a very interesting moment in the show where you stop seeing things through Gary's eyes, because Gary is the first person on stage. He's like your game master. He's leading you through this. And there gets to be a certain point in the show where the players kind of need to reach a natural stopping point. And they're like, okay, I think that was pretty good. I think we're ready to go home. But Gary is just wanting to force them to keep playing. But, they all have flights that they've booked. They just can't stay up all night. But he's like, no, fuck you. I want you to stay up all night. And he kind of is selfishly
He's-
forcing them
Yeah.
to finish, and he's throws some dirty tricks at them to try to pull them back into the story. And then Gary starts to be, once he becomes Terrazon, he's now the villain of the show. So I think it's a fun transition from he's kind of your lead, then he goes to your villain, then you can't trust him because now he's mad at you, now he's trying to kill you, and, and so then he's the villain for the rest, basically an antagonist for the rest of the show.
Yeah,
And you like get a new character all of a sudden in the show.
Yeah, which is an interesting thing about, these game masters. They're guiding you through, but they are also the thing that you're trying to fight against.
Yeah.
So it becomes this is a turning point in the show of, is Gary going to just totally kill everybody?
Is he trying to help us have a good time, or is he got his own goal? This is a huge thing on like the D&D Reddit, or people will be like, my DM said he was going to kill a player tonight. You're like, what is this? Like this, some DMs are nuts where they just, it's a power trip for them. And you don't know with Gary right now what's happening.
Yeah, so it's super fun. We're about $300 away from
Numbers are
unlocking.
creeping up over
Yes.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
Are there, if you can't talk about this, totally fine. Are there any confirmed designers yet, or is that still being put together and stuff?
We do have some confirmed designers for the show, but I think we're going to probably make those into like posts and
sweet
and things
cool.
and updates to the campaign. Over the next 3 weeks, we've got 3 more live streams. Next week, we're moving on to future projects live streams. So we're going to be kind of taking a look at some of the other StarKit things that are in the works, including some stuff for possibly this year, some stuff for next year and beyond. So, that's going to be, so right now we're really going to be trying to unlock this song, because next week we're moving on to unlocking things for future projects. And then the week after that, we've got kind of a writer's stream where we may be, kind of talking about the writing process. We'll be talking about, we'll possibly get into the creative process of this show. We might be announcing some designers and everything by then. We're so close. Oh, we passed it.
We did it.
We did it.
You guys are the legend.
Thank you so much. All right.
Cool.
You did it
Amazing.
just in time too.
Oh my
Okay.
God.
So here we go. So now we're going to be listening. Everyone just unlocked the final song, the final demo of the stream. So this song is called Face to Face, and it is where they finally meet the character, the villain of the game that they never got to in high school, and here they are 20 years later. Face to Face.
Smash, crash, 1,000 deafening sounds, smoke in the air everywhere, a deathly stench surrounds, rumbling floors, crumbling doors, showering debris. As the fog clears, you're pouring sweat, and then appears a silhouette turning into me. You all have been chasing me for years. Now you're finally facing all your fears. Now you can all gaze upon the terrible Terrazon. I lured you down to the depths of hell, and up until now it was going so well. Now you don't wanna play along. Did I do something wrong? You returned to the tomb, came back to the deep. Well, now you can't just leave. How sad I would be if you never see all the tricks I have up my sleeve. Face to face at last. Don't say goodbye so fast. You've journeyed underground. Don't you like what you found? Here at the end of the chase, now we're face to face.
There
Hey,
you go. A little
Trap
snippet of
beat.
Face to Face, the song where they finally run into Terrazon, which I think is a really great place to leave the stream. You know, they meet
Yeah.
this villain. Are they going to be able to beat this guy? What's going to happen to all of these players?
Ah,
What's
so
gonna happen
good.
to
It's
them
so
after they
good.
leave this night? You know, what's going to stick with them? I think that it's going to be very interesting to see and so much fun. So we're going to wrap up this stream. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you so much for contributing to the campaign. Let's take a look at it. We're ending the stream with $242,615,
Thank you.
8,378 backers. We're getting very close to our initial goal. So thank you so much. We've still got 3 weeks left in the campaign. So let's see what we can do. As always, the more money we raise, the better the show can be. So thank you so much for your support thus far. Anybody have any final words before we sign off?
Thank you
guys
so
are amazing.
much.
Thank you,
Thank
guys.
you.
Really amazing.
Thank you so much, everybody. Have a great rest of your weekend. Thank you so much for tuning in, and we'll see you next week for our future projects stream. All right.
Cool.
Thanks, everybody. Have a
Bye.
great
Thank
one.
you.
Thank you.
Bye.